use it. We're live.
No.
So long as they're a friendly dragon.
They're like
Oh my
friendly
gosh.
dragons.
No dragons.
That's a
There's already
thing.
enough dragons in one campaign right now for me. I'm good.
I love
Seriously.
dragons. I don't think there's not enough dragons. There should be dragons everywhere.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
well.
you're third level, so
That's my point.
I'm gonna hold
Exactly.
up on that.
You
We'll
already
stay-
sicked a tentacled creature from another plane on us. We're good.
Well, when
Hey,
you try to
guys.
like game
Yeah,
tackle
like-
a drake, you know, I'm like, there's that. So, all right, welcome everyone to another episode of Ætherealms here at Lakeside Legendz. So before we get started with tonight's escapades, I had to think like, what are we doing? I'm like,
Escapades.
and then in my head, I was like, I have no idea what
You're
you're
waiting
gonna do.
with
So
Intissa. Patient.
Patient.
Esca.
I was channeling my Shatner.
Shatner.
All right. While I collect myself, let's
Wow.
let's do our shout outs. We will start with what probably all of us need a little bit more of is caffeine.
Oh god, I so need some caffeine. All right, Geek Grind Coffee. If you use our promo code, I'm that way. I have to look to see which side.
It's
I
down
have.
for me.
That way. The promo code Iconic, it will get you 20% off of your order. If you order is $50 or more, you get free shipping. They do K-cups, grounds, beans. They do tea, mugs, t-shirts, cool artwork. Go check them out. Especially holidays is coming up. They've got really cool little little packs things so you can do like for tea. They have like a labyrinth theme one, and they have all kinds of really cool stuff. So go check it out. Like I said, cool artwork, t-shirts, mugs. If you have people that like cool artwork on their tees, just go check out their artwork. It's really cool. I wore my t-shirt last week. Darn it!
Who doesn't like cool artwork?
I
on
well,
t-shirts?
yeah, like on their
Like your
tees.
artwork, it's too cool.
But yeah, so go check them out. geekgrindcoffee.com. Back to you, Steve.
Well, I'm just gonna take that and then I'm gonna hand it to Lore.
Wow,
Wait.
are we using like
I know,
a
it's like,
speaking
which-
stick or something?
Way.
The conch.
Who has the conch?
Hi, I'm Lore. I run Lakeside Legendz.
Yeah, you kind of do.
I do.
So
you
you
Are you
better
saying
be-
that was a question?
Welcome. Yeah, the only thing we have currently streaming right now is Ætherealms. We did our Halloween one shot last week and it was so much fun to watch. We are talking about doing a part 2 because it ran long.
we have to
And-
fight her.
Who
have to
does
fight it.
not want to
We
fight
have to.
Maleficent?
Oh,
Right.
Come on, we are
Need
so
more
fighting.
No.
baby dolls.
So
Also, we never
follow-
actually figured out what was up with the horse and buggy. I'd like to point that out. It's still just like
That's
traveling
something
in
that has
slow
been
motion.
plaguing me. I need to know what
Right.
happens with that.
Yeah.
So follow our
was like,
social
yeah,
media and keep up to date with all of that so you can find out when that second part is going to be. All of our VODs are on our website, so make sure to go check that out. It also has all of our social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, blah, 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 all those things. You can go to the website, follow them there. And our Discord is also open, so if you want to talk to people about your fandoms, come talk to us because that's where we are.
Uh-huh.
Yay.
Yes.
I
Discord.
believe that's
Join us.
all I have.
John, obey Lord, ruler
That's
of
what threw me
Lakeside
off too.
Legendz.
Yeah. The comment threw
You
me
guys,
off.
I'm not wearing my glasses, so I can barely see you and I cannot see the chat. So I don't know what's going on.
You're missing out.
It is good stuff. It is good stuff.
My glasses are in the other room.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's been there's dragon comments going on. There's apparently a story associated with dragons that's out there.
And
And,
lore, you are a
we just
ruler.
got screamed at to obey.
I'm a
Obey.
ruler.
Obey
Yes.
lore, our
To
ruler.
obey you because you rule lakes and their sides.
Yep.
And they're legends.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey.
Anyway,
Hey. Okay.
We're all just really nervous about all the info drop that's about to happen.
Yeah.
So we're just
Little bit.
stalling.
I don't know. I'm in a drug-induced haze from cold meds, so
Yeah,
Yay,
thank you for
for
clarifying.
cold
if I nod
meds.
off,
But,
someone poke me. Yes.
I thought that was just some method acting from last Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right?
He's really into it.
I was, yeah.
I'll just
Whoa.
poke through the screen.
Yeah.
Get your attention if I
Oh,
Ding,
oh, I felt
ding,
that.
ding.
Okay, that's all I have.
Okay. Last week, the crew of Taiki's Fortune were able
Are you in
to.
the crew anymore?
It's how I refer to you. You don't.
I
You haven't
am.
named yourselves anything, so that's what I'm
I'm
calling you
the
until you come up
crew.
with your own name.
Fair.
Fair.
Were able to recover Wynn and took refuge just outside of the mountain trail where they found her. In the process, hands started being tipped on what's really going on with this crew and what's their backstories and what's happening with them. Rather than embrace that, they decided to walk and walk and walk some more. Till they made it back to the fort that was in episode, I don't know, I'm just going to throw out there maybe 10 or something like that.
It was like
Sounds about right.
4 episodes ago.
Yeah, I'm feeling that's about where it's sitting at. Returned there to find it engulfed in greenish, ghostly flames. For the spirits in an ancient tomb were awakened when an important item of theirs was taken. But that's okay, because they got it back. And everything worked out okay. With the sword of an ancient hero who symbolically needed it should he ever be called again by Akari, his patron, to defend the lands. So it was given back where it was found, and all became quiet and peaceful. That time the group decided, hey, let's get cleaned up from all the gore and gross blood and everything else that we got, dirt and just days of just hard living, get cleaned up and such. And it's a life. When Connor, your character, Dodger, was out into the wandering after Lorna, which was never a good idea because she lost him in mere seconds.
I'm a city boy. It don't take much.
While trying to flag somebody down to give you directions there in the forest. Went to roll a 4, which is a failure on something. Okay.
I hope that doesn't mean anything for the future.
I've been rolling pretty bad tonight. I'm just gonna throw that out here.
It's either been a high or a bit on the low side for me, so who knows?
Sorry.
Start asking his sword for some insight, some guidance, some intel, some info.
I just want to have a conversation.
Right. With an inanimate object. But hey.
I think it's been proven it's animate.
Or Dodger's delusional. We don't know.
Yes.
Nobody else has talked to it.
It's a pretty sword. Hey, you're my friend.
I feel like Lexi would be the one.
Lexi has better learned her lesson about picking up strange weaponry.
Fair
Has
point.
she though?
Well, wait a minute.
Oh, what just
I think
happened?
Come on, it's Lexi. She's a curious
just
little
went down for me.
girl.
Anyway, that conversation never got to happen because a familiar face stepped out from the trees to start a conversation with Dodger.
Dodger has
That
a stalker.
person's name is Blix.
Dodger has a
Dodger
stalker.
has a stalker.
Dodger can't dodge a stalker.
No, because he's a
You can tell
woods
it's
guy,
paranoid
and
about
I
her
have
getting-
nuts.
He likes
Right.
the flames.
We
I'm
need
ready.
the
Right.
intro. Do we need the
All
intro
right.
video or no?
That's about to.
Yeah.
So with
Okay.
that, that's where we're going to begin. Everybody, let's get in character.
All right. And we're back.
And that's the length of the cord.
That's the length, and you're like,
I'll pull the laptop off of the table if I do that.
well, we're back, everybody, of course. With
All right.
Lord,
Forgive
it's
the
a little over
shenanigans.
30 seconds. Just,
All right.
oh, wow.
Really
That's a
quick, who
tight
wants
window.
to make the bet of who's going to roll the first one tonight? You think it's going
I
to be
bet it's gonna be
You
me.
think it's going to be you? Okay.
Not gonna be me.
It's either gonna be me or Lorna.
That's fair.
What was Win attacking, by the way?
Just testing out rolls.
Oh.
Oh, I was just yeah, that was just getting rolls on screen. Dodger would be the one that I was antagonizing.
All right, Dodger.
Alrighty.
Right.
You're up, my friend.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
round a tree comes your old friend Flicks.
Hey, Ginger! What are you doing here, mate?
I've come to talk.
About...
Shiny head.
Nice. I like the nickname. It fits. So what you want to talk about?
Moves around and bends and contorts until he's kind of down on his haunches with his hands kind of perched in front of him, almost like a canine sitting position type thing, but his elongated head like looms towards maybe a foot away from yours as he's kind of staring in your face with unblinking eyes. You found your way back.
Yeah, a bit. I kind of attribute that to my friends.
Ah,
Yeah,
it's real.
yeah,
Likes.
yeah. That's what happens when you part a free. So it tends to singe a bit.
He picks a stick up and holds it to your hair.
Grows brighter just a little bit out of annoyance.
And then he
Yeah.
stops. And he looks at the stick, and it's kind of smoking as he pulls it back. And he just stares, like almost like just deep into your eyes. You're no Freet. Flix knows not what you are, but you're no Freet.
I'm pretty sure I'm part of free and part Kokra. That's kind of how that goes. That's what happens when you're a bastard. Weird things happen.
Bastard. Flix knows not this word.
It's civilization propriety. Propriety? Is that might be the right word. Social
Flix knows your
standing.
make-up words.
I don't even know my makeup words. I don't even know them. It's something. It's something with society and their hoity-toity nonsense.
What is a hoity-toity?
I don't know, to be honest. It's what fancy people do.
Like Ashen Lady.
Like Ashen Lady? Which Ashen Lady?
The Ashen Lady.
Winter cold.
Do I know the Ashen Lady?
Well, he brought her up before.
Probably before, but that ain't in your
Yeah,
wheelhouse.
before, okay.
Okay.
Wait, did Cedric relay the information or no?
You're not there.
No, I mean. we're in the-
I don't think so. I think,
did.
yeah, I don't think it was related directly to Dodger.
Okay. I don't think I know this Ashen Lady, but maybe?
Flix take?
Take what? And I just kind of clenched the sword closer to myself.
take you.
No.
Felix promised she may not kill.
No. I kind of like my friends wherever they are. I'll find them eventually. But
Felix take them too.
so we all go see this Ashen lady. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. She may not kill all. Better chances for you.
Look. We just had this real, like, big fight, and I nearly died. And we're all really tired and not looking forward to having anything. I think we're probably gonna, like, chill here for, like, a day or two, if you want to come back in, like, a day and ask us again. Or ask me again. Maybe, but we're all really, really tired.
Felix accepts. In
I
one
said
day's
maybe.
time, he will return and ask.
Oh, and ask. There we go. There we go. So, yeah, maybe ask again in a day.
Will not kill you until then. And he stands up, gives you an odd bow.
Later, Ginge.
That is not my name.
And I'm not Shiny Head either, but it's a nickname. Term of endearment, that thing. As he just walks away, I'm taking it.
Yeah.
I
just
really hope I
fades
didn't mess
away.
up. I really hope I didn't mess up. I think someone was saying you gotta be careful with these people. I don't know. Are you gonna talk to me or what? I'm just turning back to his sword.
The sword has been actually just because you have heard it. It just seems to have been very quiet, especially when you were making your way up the mountain trail.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like it's angry with you.
Yeah. So it's a silent treatment. That's what we're going with right now. It's the bloody silent treatment.
Well, with that, it pulses red, just for a moment.
Oh, that's better than nothing. Two can play at this game of being quiet.
You're gonna give your sword the silent treatment.
Yeah, by not using it. I don't say that out loud, but two can play at this game. Alright. You gonna be like that? Fine. I'll put it back in its sheath.
Okay.
And hopefully look for a direction that is somewhat familiar to try and find where we were originally camping, or a river. Because I may not be covered in blood, but I'm...
in. It's like 2 steps in.
He turns around, the whole party standing there looking at him. What are you
Right
doing?
here.
Oh! But yeah,
Give me.
try and find something familiar or a river to at least like wash the soot and dirt from my clothes
Give
because
me a
there's no
survival
blood
check.
on it. Insight.
Survival.
What check? Survival.
Survival.
Survivor.
I gotta close the character sheet and open it up again because I let it sit too long. There we go. Alright. I want you to roll. Did you do the thing?
It rolled.
There it goes.
There it pops. You managed to find your way back to the fort. It takes you
Okay.
a little bit of time, about 20
Not
minutes.
surprised. Not surprised.
So back at the fort, there is Lexi's there, Cedric's there, and Belmy's there. Tel was down by the stream, and Lorna was off and away.
Tell's out of sight by the stream.
Yeah.
because she went down to
Down,
kind of
yeah.
Furiously scrubbing herself with like a pumice stone or something. Somebody said she smelled bad.
Cleaning up, refilling water skins, all that fun stuff.
It's amazing how much gore was on YouTube. Like, oh my gosh. Like,
I don't think
Dinner.
I had any on me. I actually think I've stayed pretty darn clean.
You tell
I don't think
probably
you were
had
ever close
enough
enough.
to
I'm never
eat
close enough, yeah.
a full
yes,
meal.
definitely. Yeah, there's probably a couple meals of
Her and
aberration you
Cedric.
could have eaten there.
Because I think Cedric at one point
She
said he was like
probably-
scooping it off and
Well, and like
Assuming
could tell
it.
probably if there's like some kind of like piece of tentacle, she would have seriously contemplated, can I eat this? Probably not.
Calamari!
yum.
Can you eat it? Absolutely.
What will
Aberration
happen?
calamari.
Should you?
Aberration.
I don't know.
That's the question. She would have opted not to, considering the magic that was going on. But yeah, she's fiercely cleaning up.
Very good. All right. So after getting cleaned up and everybody's spots, what's Lexi's filling water
I'm
skins
getting the water
and
skins filled and everything and getting us prepared.
and they do have like dirt and stuff like. I mean, you've been
yeah,
off-roading
I'm
it for
still
a
getting all
while.
cleaned up and stuff, but I don't have to take off coats of goo. Thank goodness. I'm a ranged fighter.
What's Belmy doing?
I guess if we're just hanging out, then he's just gonna tool around that crypt. We're at the fort, right?
Cedric
Yeah.
is also down there.
Well, it was all locked up. Are
He
you gonna
locked
unlock
back.
it all?
That's right.
Yeah,
I
Lexi locked it up.
cut it all back in place so that they were not being disturbed anymore. Now, the rest
So,
of the
I mean-
fort you could go into, but the part that was the crypt and the
Mhm.
secret patch, I got that all closed up last session.
Well, then Belmy's just hanging out. He's waiting for everyone to get back and regroup
Okay.
so we can take our next steps.
How long has
So-
Lorna been gone at this point? I guess, and Dodger.
So Lorna left first. How long has Lorna been gone?
She left before they were locking. Like she left.
Yeah, because she kind of...
They were still talking to the ghosts at that point, so she's
Mhm.
been gone for a while. But things have been going on, so I don't know that.
She's still gone,
She's
or
still gone.
Oh no, she's still gone, but I don't know that anyone would have paid attention yet, at least with all the things everybody was doing.
yeah, and with everybody had separated at that point to do different things. Not everybody's gathered back together at this point, so I don't think it's become completely evident just yet. And I would say of that, Dodger pursued her. He was gone for about 25 minutes or so. During that time, Cattell left. I doubt that she's gone for 25 minutes, unless she's doing like hummusing, like get down to the bone.
Probably is. I wouldn't doubt. No, by the time she's done, she probably would just be sitting on the riverbank.
Okay.
Or maybe even in the river, depending on how shallow it is.
Yeah, no, it's more a stream than a river. So yeah,
Okay.
it's not deep.
Yeah, she's just kind of sitting in it,
Okay.
reflecting on what happened before.
If she's sitting, after I get all the water skins, I'll sit next to her, I'll take my shoes off, and I'll start, like, kind of smoothing my feet in the water, like, going, wow, a lot's been going on.
It's been a couple of days, that's for sure. How are you doing?
Well, I guess I'm doing pretty good right now. That's all that matters.
Anything going on with your back?
I haven't felt anything in a while, so I'm guessing that's good.
Probably.
Hopefully it stays that way.
Yeah. Probably want one of the others who know more about magic to take a look and just make sure.
Well, I know Cedric wants to take a look at it. We just haven't had
Right.
any time to really
It hasn't been time for anything. Has anyone built a fire at this point? Or
Probably
Oh,
just
what's
playing
that?
with sticks in my hair to make a fire. Just waiting for people to show up because I was horribly lost. But I found the
Oh my
fort,
gosh.
so there's now a shiny
Luckily,
thing and a
it's
shiny thing.
big fort, so
When you say that, I look and I see that. I'm like, I think we're good.
Off in the distance, there's like a little glow.
Dodger's back.
that's good. Wait, when did he leave?
Well, he wasn't there for a while. I was locking things up, so I don't know how long he was gone. I don't know where Lorna is, but Cedric and Bellamy are around.
Okay. I will get up and start walking back towards everybody else. So, we need to make camp. I see there's a fire. Is this where we want to sleep?
I just made one. I could stomp it out and move to a different spot.
Well, I guess the question is, do we want to go inside or do we want to stay outside?
Well, it's a perfectly good fort, isn't it? Why not use it?
Yeah,
I guess.
I don't see anything wrong with going in now that it's been cleared out. It's probably safer. Probably. Cedric, do you think it's safe?
So Cedric is probably also getting back at this point. If the crypt was locked, and he saw that it was closed, he would have also wanted to bathe himself. But if he saw you were there, he would not have wanted to be there and would have been somewhere else. Probably as discreet as possible location.
Okay, so Cedric's not there.
So he's probably walking back from being a ways away.
Okay.
I'm not used to doing this. We need to pick a spot for us, set up watch, food, normal watch camp stuff.
How many days have we been going? Because I need to know how much rations we have left.
Two.
It's been 2 since you left the road.
And we were on the road
And it was-
for...
3 days off down the road. So it's been 5.
Okay, so we're only got 1 day left of rations then. Okay.
Awesome.
Well,
And Lorna-
Lorna had been getting some...
I don't know what Lorna's doing, but she's the only one who really. I mean, I can try to hunt out here. I'm not used to having to hunt. But
Well, we're not too far off the road. We got enough rations for a day. And like we said, Lorna can be hunting on our way out, so we should be all right for tonight.
Are there...
You're a day away from the road.
When I was down by the stream, did I see, like, fish and stuff?
since I was in the stream,
Did she feel them riveting on her toes? Was there fish in this? How deep is the stream? So, like, is there decent sized fish? About? I could build something maybe to catch fish.
Just shoot the stream
Yeah.
with guns.
His
Or, you
gun
know,
starts,
I'm
fire starts going
scared.
off.
spear fishing, it might be a little small for that.
Well, I could.
Yeah,
well,
they're
I
not.
could,
They're pretty small at this point. If you go further, if you go back the way you'd come from the mountain, it was a little deeper there because that's the stream that you were kind of following up. But right here, it's very rocky
like,
because
how
it's coming
far?
out of the hour or so.
Oh. I could go up there and do that, but I don't know if I'd find my way back.
I don't think that it's wise to separate any more than we already have.
Was there a storeroom that might have had rations in the fort that we checked out?
I mean,
know-
it's a fort. There's probably a larder around here somewhere.
Well, I opened up. We were opening up every single thing. That one.
There was two storerooms. You weren't really looking for
We were looking for when.
yeah, you're looking for when at that point.
Yeah.
The room that still has like little pieces of egg fragment in there, just little tiny pieces, because Cedric cleaned up pretty much all the icky parts. There's still, if you go down into the fort, there's still blood stains and such on the ground where you had fought and killed people, although they've all been burned as well. And then you see the big, huge, it's on the walls, on the floor, where Cedric pretty much went in to go get dug into that aberration.
Oh God, it's everywhere!
Yeah. So there's, but outside of that, there's a bunch of casks and such in one room. Looks to be more alcohol related in that space. But then in the room where they were playing cards and such, if you recall, that room has some crates and such, which does have more of like grains and things like that, just base staples and such like that for as a base for like a stew, things like that. But they would more likely hunt their game around here because it's.
So there's nothing we could just like grab and eat immediately.
And the grains are edible. You can certainly like grab a handful and eat them. They're just not. I mean, they're not
You might as well
tasty.
add some water in and make some oatmeal.
Yeah.
Oatmeal. I like oatmeal.
So
That's
then
great.
maybe
So I'm like literally grabbing oatmeal, like, we got oatmeal, guys! And I'm gonna make oatmeal. I'm gonna find anything I could do to make oatmeal. I'm like super
Dodger's in
itchy. I'm super
charge of
excited.
the fire. Lexi's in charge of
Oatmeal!
Oatmeal.
You guys, oatmeal's great.
I did try to go looking for Lorna a while ago. I am not very good at it, and I have a feeling if she doesn't want to be found in a forest, we're not gonna find her.
Well,
So,
I mean, she seemed upset, so I'm sure she's stepped away to gather her bearings and thoughts. And Cedric is she kind of glances over where he's kind of just hanging out. I think what I'm going to do is just take a look around and see if there's anything to worry about. You guys get camp ready, bring Cedric over, and if I happen to find Lorna, I'll bring her back.
For some oatmeal. Hurry up.
Where's some oatmeal?
alright.
I make great oatmeal.
I think the fire's up to temp gears.
You find some pots and pans
Yeah.
and stuff like that in this space, and so with some of the water from the stream, you start making oatmeal. There's a cooking skill because
Sure, I don't have it.
Rockin has it, but I don't even
I'm sure
know
he's
what
taught
you-
her a thing or two.
Sure. I make
It's like-
great oatmeal. How can you ruin it?
Let's just go. Let's just
Don't
go with
have
an
Dodger
Let's
cook
see
it.
how your intuition does. Just a straight intuition check. Let's just see. Hold on. Let me lower this. Let me lower the DC because it is just oatmeal. I mean, it's pretty
You
hard
want me
to
to just like roll a d20 or am I rolling something
do
up?
an intuition check.
Wait a second, I guess.
Let's see how this thing comes out.
No.
I mean, it's whatever it is. It's going to be unflavored oatmeal.
Okay, where's it?
Bland oatmeal.
I mean, you can probably throw some of your nuts and stuff in there from your trail
Yeah.
rations to give it a little granola
well,
mix.
I see intuition, but I can't click it.
You have to click the die.
There's
No.
die.
It's under action tab under attribute check. You click the drop down, choose intuition.
I'm forgetting that drop down thing.
Like the drop down thing is great, but I also forget about
I forget about everything that's in there.
forget it exists. It's
Like,
just gone.
Okay,
I've been thinking on it. I'm like, okay, let me think.
20,
Is there a better way to
20.
get that?
12?
Okay.
That's not bad. Come
It's
on.
a success.
It's the right, yeah, it says success.
I
It says
make
so she's
oatmeal
mixing it.
And it's good.
If it says it's a success, it's a success. If it says a
Success.
failure, question it.
Yeah. Challenge it. I challenge the system. The
Challenge!
Dodger,
It's like, are you
as you're
sure?
sitting there kind of like getting the fire, just make sure it kind of, getting like extra log kind of over there just so that way kind of keep it going and such. You check in on the pot that she's stirring and yeah, it's looking good. I mean, it's got that right consistency. It's not like too
Looks a lot better
watery.
than street goop. A lot better than street goop.
I'm doing
Yeah.
good.
Bellamy, where
Look
are
at
you
me
at during
cooking.
all this?
I think Belmy's sitting at the fire as well.
Okay.
It's like
Wondering if he's
watching,
gonna.
see if he's gonna destroy the oatmeal.
Yeah, there's gonna be another Aragorn Eowyn moment.
And Cedric, where are you?
I love it.
Cedric is probably somewhere near the fire, maybe sitting on a rock. Maybe probably taking care of something like maybe polishing this new and most likely poorly taken care of blade.
Yeah. Oh. All right, let me do this. Activate.
What are we
Activating.
Nothing, just the fort.
Okay.
Is it still bugged? Are we gonna get trolled?
I don't. It shouldn't be because this is like I had to recreate the whole thing because I didn't know you're coming back here. So I had to I had deleted the map and it was not even on the system, so I had to bring it back.
All right, so I guess I should go to the battle map.
Sure.
There we go.
It's dusk out, so I got that. That's why the lighting's a little. Sitting around a campfire.
Warm.
Yeah, it's nice,
Cozy.
warm, cozy feel. So Cattell is out and about. She head in any particular direction or just looking around and
More of like a perimeter check and hoping that if she kind of zigzags around, she might run into Lorna. See maybe if she can spot her tracks. She doesn't know if Lorna's trying to be like hiding herself and whatever, but she figures it would probably be better if she was the one who ran into her than somebody else.
I don't know if you saw her. She saw.
She's like, she's at it.
What did you roll? You roll pretty good.
Can I roll a perception?
To find her?
Just, well, I mean, I guess.
Go
It's
for it.
not, okay.
I feel like it's like one of those ones that's like, yeah, it's pretty hard, but then you end up rolling a 20 and you're like,
Wait,
oh,
aren't I supposed to just click on the word? Or is it
the die.
star?
Or the star. I'm sorry. Yeah, the star.
It's a star now.
Wow. Oh, you got to be kidding me.
She is perceptive.
I am the perception troll.
Nope, she's not there.
Definitively not there.
I'm pretty certain.
I don't actually know because I know that it's my strength versus your strength, and I rolled a pretty low on my strength, so it might have not done. Who knows? What? Do I see anything?
Did you not see what she rolled?
No.
I did.
Or how many die went shooting across the screen.
Wait, was there more than one?
Yeah.
You guys had to
Or
roll
what?
against
I only
each
saw-
other.
Quite a few.
I only saw my roll. Or no, was it her roll? I don't know whose roll I saw.
I saw both
a
your
roll.
rolls.
You saw a roll? Yep.
I didn't roll.
see any. Yeah. Lorna didn't roll.
I'm
Steve,
pretty sure that
I
wasn't my
am
die.
doing what I said in the
Yeah,
last
yeah,
message. Near, yeah.
You
What
do.
happened?
You find some tracks. Now you're not a tracker, so you don't know what they are. They're just looks like that there's a trail.
So I'm gonna kind of squat down and just hold my knees like they do in the K-dramas and just stare at it for a second. Can I get a beat on like if these are fresh-ish or old?
It's pretty
'Cause
recent.
Okay.
You also find on the ground nearby, looks like there's a stick with one end of it charred.
Okay, I'm now going to be looking at foot size here. Can I tell how big they are? Like man, woman,
It's
child,
Go.
flex. I mean,
there's
I've caught
several.
on.
There's several prints in this area. One heads deeper into the woods. The other one looks like it heads back towards the fort.
And the one that is heading deeper into the woods, I'm assuming do not look human-ish. I don't.
They
actually
don't
know
look
his-
much of anything. Flex had hoof feet, but
And
it's
To be
less.
fair,
a-
I never put my shoes back on, so neither do the tracks heading back to the fort
That's
either.
But I
true.
would know the bird ones.
Mhm.
I've seen
that sticks out now. When you pulled those boots, I was like, mental note. I'm gonna remember that. Yeah, it's less like how you would like in mud or anything like this, because it's brush and stuff. It's more of like the brush has been pushed down where there's like a trail, not footprints and such that are made in mud that you can like, oh, that's a deer tracks or that type of thing. It's just
But do
there's been
any
passage.
of them look? Does there anything indicating human-ish?
Not necessarily. No, there's nothing that would lead you to believe like, oh, that's definitely a human footprint.
Okay. Well, I am curious because I don't know who was there. So I'm gonna follow those a little ways,
Mhm.
just kind of look around, and because I am also looking for any suspicious stuff, so I'm gonna follow that for a little bit.
So you don't know if it's just been because you've in like the pursuit of win or these people to this fort or whatever, that tracking's not your forte,
Mhm.
but you've got a good beeline on this one. Like you're like all the little signs that you watch Lorna do, you're like looking for those things too, and you're like, oh, I see it. You're like actually like, oh my gosh, this is actually like I can actually see a path here that most people would not be as perceptive to identify. And so you continue on. It is starting to get darker though, but you do have it continues on.
How far am I at this point from
You're probably
having
about
followed it?
15 minutes to that point, probably another 10 that you've been following it, so about 25 minutes away, out and about.
Okay. 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 Oh, she's warring inside right now. Because she does have a very strong curious side. Okay. I'm gonna recognize that it's probably not gonna be anything she needs to worry about, and her focus and priority is the group. So I'm gonna turn back and I'm just gonna kind of finish what I am doing, still looking out for any signs of Lorna or even Wynn while I circle around.
Lorna's Win with you. Okay.
I
All
don't
right, so you
think
turn.
she hasn't left. She hasn't left my person.
That's why I wasn't
Oh.
sure if you like put her somewhere there at the camp, but because she was curled up on you the last night,
Yeah,
I remembered. So
No.
okay. All right, so Cattell, you turn, and that path that the trail you've been following doesn't exist.
That's okay. Mm-hmm. Great. Awesome. So I'm going to try and find my way back without relying on a trail.
Okay, so you kind of like start to try to orient. You're like, okay, so I did that, like kind of like, okay, then I kind of turn this way and this way. So it would be kind of that direction should be where I need to head. And you start making your way there. Back at camp, Lorna, you return. So you're outside, they're inside. Because there's a door. That's closed.
Walk up to
And
the
you're-
door.
And you're encumbered. You're encumbered.
That's fair. I walk up to the door, bang on it.
All right, you hear boom, boom, boom on the
Come in.
bang, bang, bang on the door.
Who's
She
that
probably
guy?
actually was like kicking it with her
Who's
foot because she
there?
doesn't actually have hands right now. So
Gears, I think there's like a latch there.
Okay. I go over to the door. Is it latched or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pull the bar over
I pour.
Um,
I peek to make
and
sure
open
it's
up.
okay.
Is it?
It isn't.
All
And I see
right, as
it's
you peek,
Lauren.
you
I'll
see
let her in.
it's Lorna, and she's got this antelope kind of thing, just like she's Spider-Man carrying on.
That'll go great with my oatmeal. Come in. Come on. I made oatmeal.
right.
I did. Come on. It's good. You have to try it.
Sure. All right.
Have you not had oatmeal
Here-
before?
No, we call it porridge, but sure.
Well, it's
Uh,
oats
it's
and
just not exactly
whatever.
my favorite thing to eat.
Well, we
It's
didn't
here,
have anything, so
and I
this is
put
great.
the antelope down on right near one of the tents,
Okay.
and I'll finish. And it's already been basically cleaned. And I don't know. She would have tried to save the skin from it if she could. So, if so, that's probably bound on top of it, or actually underneath it to use the fur side mostly as a
Right,
cover to keep
to
it off
cover
the
you.
clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And then removing that, and then she will start to butcher it entirely so that it can be cooked, and then hopefully some of it kept for the next few days ish.
One thing you did find down in the other fort too, there was salt and such like that, so you could dry meat and whatnot and do that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
Should you?
With enough time.
Yeah.
So yeah, she'll just start working on that and then look around. We're missing one.
I give her a bowl of oatmeal.
Her hands are still bloody. So she's like,
I don't care. I'm just like, eat. I'm proud
Ooh.
that I cooked something.
and she's like probably been bringing stuff over and setting it like, different, probably the haunches is what she probably was able to get off first
Yeah.
to start roasting for everybody. And then, thank you.
Should the fire be bigger?
Depending on how much you want to cook.
Oh, that's up to you. You've got it all situated. I have a feeling if I were to try and cook it, I'd ruin it.
Oh,
I did good with the oatmeal. I could try doing it.
sure. I mean, I wouldn't try cooking it all at once.
Oh, probably not.
I mean, we could, but not without a spit.
You can. There's a spit here.
All right, I will help them set up the spit and at least
Yeah, you got
get
to get it all
probably
set up.
yeah, probably at least like 3/4 of it cooking because this thing could feed a small group party like this for multiple days.
Yeah.
As we're getting this on the spit, I'm like going, did Cattell find you?
No,
And I stopped. She went to go look for you.
Oh,
In the
I
woods.
also think she went on patrol like she normally does.
Well,
At the
she
same
went,
time.
but as soon as Lorna, she was noticing Lorna wasn't around.
I'm gonna look at Cedric and Belmy. And neither of you thought it was a good idea to go with.
Well, figure since you're free to run off by yourself, other folks should also have the same, be afforded the same right. She went off to do her thing. We said let her go.
As you guys are
There's a bit
talking,
of a-
you see me starting to go around. I'm spotting things like, ooh, I could use that to make this. I'm grabbing pieces of things, and you'll see me start working on and tinkering on something.
There's a tad bit of a difference. I'm good in the woods. I don't know that she is.
Edric looks up from his blade, looks back down, sharpens it a little bit more.
Right. Well then,
Well, I can't imagine she's gone far. She was looking for you and doing some scouting. She'll be back in a couple minutes, an hour maybe.
how long has she been gone?
Feel
About
a
30
half
minutes.
hour, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, Well, you were gone a lot longer, so she's probably okay.
Well,
but-
with good reason. I mean,
I was gonna say she
like,
was gone longer, so like Catel's only been gone for 30 minutes. Don't
Can I
panic.
say again? I know my way around the woods.
yeah.
She seems to be very comfortable in the woods too. Like nature. Haven't you noticed that? She wants to sleep with the horses and stuff. I mean, that's naturey.
Those are domesticated.
They're animals.
That's a
in the
really big word.
woods.
What was
They're
domesticated
tame.
mean?
They're tame.
She wanted
Oh,
to not
okay.
sleep in it.
Like cats. Like cats. Like the small ones.
I'm gonna go wash my hands and some of the blood off and see if she's around. I won't wander far. I'll be back in
All
about
right.
10 minutes.
She is capable.
I don't disagree. But I also know that these woods tended to change, if you don't recall.
Yeah, that's true.
true.
Ginge came back and talked to me for a bit. That's something I gotta talk with the rest of you later. Once we're all together.
Yeah, nope. Lorna, right up to him. What?
Yeah, you remember Ginger? I went looking for you and got hopelessly lost because I am not good like you in the woods. And tried to talk to my sword, and he came up and started talking to me a bit. Wanted to show me to the Ashen Lady, whoever that is, and she might not kill me, and offered to bring the rest of us to the Ashen Lady,
didn't-
and
You didn't agree. Did you-
I said he could come back and ask the group in a day. He could ask a question in a day.
Cedric has stopped.
I never agreed to
mid-sharpen.
nothing.
DM, I do know who the Ashen Lady is, correct?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Just making sure. 100%.
She rules the Autumn Court.
Do you
Cedric,
how do
tell
you
me
react
anyone
when
else.
he said? How do you react when he
Perhaps-
says Ashen Lady? Do you like?
Oh, there is I mean, she's already pretty, the minute he mentioned that creature was back, that Flick was back, she's already been a little awkward and uncomfortable, but that is like, she's on high alert and this is not good.
This is why you stay in the city.
I'm gonna go find her and perhaps maybe one or two of you.
Now, if we're worried that she's gone lost in, what'd you call it, the Wyldwood or something, shouldn't we all be going together?
Well, that would be ideal, but some of us have taken a bit more of a beating than others.
One of them is the one that's off, though. Out and about, yeah.
Yeah.
Cedric puts the big blade on his back, stands up, and begins walking into the dark.
Are we following him?
I am. And probably not following. Unless he's a fool. And I'll jog to catch up.
It's
you're coming,
just, like,
put the
standing somewhere looking up at a tree
Right.
with some squirrels.
If you're coming, put the fire out for a few minutes. Cover up the meat.
Aw, I was
Right,
planning
yeah.
The meat on the...
something.
Cover it up, not while the fire's going.
I'll put some sand on the fire and, like, throw a blanket over the meat that is out that's not cooking, per se.
And when I
And-
was building, I'm leaning it by the little spit because I was making something.
Oh.
It's that
I was
face.
fighting it in
Roll a I guess machines map, maybe.
And the minute I get outside, I'm looking for tracks.
What would that be under?
I thought for
Hey,
sure I was
me.
gonna come across her.
I was hoping for you. I was hoping for
I
you
thought
real bad.
I wanted to be
and-
just standing there with the antelope on my shoulders, being like, "What are you doing?"
Nope, she saw a fairy trail and she wanted to follow it.
Engineering.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cedric is also
Machine
looking.
smithing. Thunder vocations.
Under
And Lorna, you survival that.
Come on, it's in your wheelhouse.
Wasn't great.
Oh.
All right. So
Oh wait, I didn't.
Lexi
Oh. Where's
has-
my one?
hodgepodge some stuff together that she's found and actually has like a machine that runs and turns the spit automatically, but she just finished as you're like, we gotta go.
Aww.
You could have left it running then.
Yes.
I mean, you could decide to leave it running if you want now at that point, because it is, yeah, it's like...
gonna turn
Then give me a second. Let me restart the fire.
Okay.
Hold on.
It'll be ready by the time we get back.
Yeah. As long
Maybe
as it's
not
not
that
more
much.
than an hour. And then it'd be bad.
It actually takes a full night to do that.
What
for
are you doing?
It depends on the temperature
a
of...
hog? That's true. I
Cedric,
Well,
what are you
eh.
doing?
That's why we didn't put the
Thinking.
whole thing on. We just put basically.
If it's as big as a hog, then it will take all night. If it's smaller.
But we're
We
not
did-
doing the
we
whole
did
thing.
No,
We're
they
doing
cut-
the
they cut out-
pieces.
they-
I
yeah,
cut.
they
I
cut
cut
off
off
the
10 to 12 hours.
That's
Yeah,
that's
it'll-
why Lorna did that, because she knew that we didn't have time to pick the whole thing.
I don't know.
All
When
right.
Patel comes back, she might be able to take out the whole antelope here. You know?
Get back, she's sitting there.
With the
That was
leg.
great.
That was
Thanks,
great.
everyone.
Suck out the marrow.
There's
So
2
who's
ships.
all heading out? Is everybody heading out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could stay.
And you're taking Win.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
not. I imagine
Alright.
Wynn probably was riding on top of the antelope at this point, because she's not necessarily her old self flying around. So
How did this happen?
All right,
the
Cattell.
one who made the rule of not wandering off.
Fairy trail.
All right, so as you're making your way and you're pretty confident about the direction you're heading, you're like, okay, it's back this way. You're pretty
You
strong.
can probably see a part of the fort through the trees a little bit. Canopy.
No,
No.
no.
Not that much.
No.
That's what's throwing you. It's like,
Hopeless.
no, I should be seeing it about now. Even, I mean, plus there's the light. It's dark now, so you would definitely you would see the glow of this bonfire that they were lighting up there, and there's nothing.
If that's the case, I'm going to stop where I'm at. Okay. Broke the rule. No. Where was I spirited away to? Okay. I'm going to climb a tree.
Okay. While you're climbing that tree, roll a perception check.
Okay, okay.
And show the result before the die even hit the tape. It was like boom. Okay. So as you climb up the tree and rustling of branches and stuff as you get into position and stuff like that, because you're trying to find a good spot that's like, okay, I feel comfortable here. But when you finally rest for a moment, you hear music, like a very somber music.
Oh no.
I've read the fairy tales. I know what's going on. Patel's just sitting there.
happy. It's somber.
That
Yeah,
wasn't
Patel's
happy
just thinking
music.
about all the fairy tale books her father had read to her at night and thinking, I messed up. That was a mistake. Okay. Do I see anything?
You see nothing but the beautiful turquoise and pinkish aurora above, and the trees around you.
No sign of the fort.
No sign of the fort.
Cool. Let me see. Do I see any like squirrels or birds or anything nesting?
You see nests. There are no birds in them.
Are there eggs in them?
Yeah, sure. We don't want to make you hangry, so.
Well, she's not thinking about eating them yet.
Um,
She's just making a note of.
But as you're looking
what's
at
there.
the nest, you're noticing that the music is getting slightly louder, not like bellowing now, but it gets slightly louder, and in the dim light where you can still perceive some color, you notice the leaves start to change into an orangish hue.
Yep. Okay. That was a bad idea. I'm gonna hold on to that amulet I have, see if I feel anything from it.
Feels cold.
Cold. Cool. It feels cold. And I have no idea. Okay, I don't know what that means, do I?
You haven't
Don't-
you haven't messed around with it enough to figure it out. But before it was warm, now, and not like cool, in that it's just been sitting there like cold.
So so instead of it just feeling like something that I haven't been messing with and it's just idle, it actually feels cold.
It feels cold,
Like maybe it doesn't want to be here.
like it's cold.
Like ice cold? Like unusual cold?
It is unusually cold. It is not like sitting idle cold, like where it's just cool, and it's cold. It is cooler than the temperature around you.
Okay. I'm going to focus in on that and see if I can get any kind of bead on what that... I'm assuming this thing is magic, and I haven't figured out how to, like, communicate or use it or whatever. So I'm just going to take this opportunity as I'm sitting perched in the tree with these eggs noted on the side. Don't know if I want to eat them or if I want to, like, keep them warm for their parents or what. So I'm just going to focus on this amulet and try to see if I can figure something out.
Okay. Roll a resolve reaction.
Okay. Actions. Reaction.
Reaction.
It's a, what was it? Resolve?
Resolve.
Okay. Let's see if this goes better than last time. And she has mentally prepared herself for the worst at this point. Ugh, why did my sheet go white? Wait, oh, no. Ah. Okay, hold on. My sheet went dark. Or I guess it is dark.
That's not a sign or anything. So
Okay.
as you're there, as you're looking at it and kind of checking it out, wondering why it's cold. I believe I have it somewhere in here. Where's your and where is that thing?
I don't know. Where'd you put it?
It's on your character sheet. I just gotta get to your character sheet. Where'd I put it? Put it in your hand.
I don't see it.
Okay. So, as you're holding this in your hand and you're looking at it and such, you see that it starts to the colors start to swirl a little in your hand, and that pattern that's in the center starts to turn in a clockwise pattern.
The things that I failed. I rolled a 19 and I failed. I don't know what happens now. Do I notice anything different about myself?
As you shift your eyes away from this, yes, you do. Your hands don't look like they normally do.
Is it the same full body experience, or is it more of what I'm used to?
As you check around, it is a full body experience.
Cool.
Describe. Describe.
So I'm going to.
We're not there. Dang it.
Let it occur naturally.
I am going to then become very sus of this amulet and what it's trying to do. And I'm going
So
to
you see-
Worked a little.
You
Well,
weren't
no,
know
so
if I
I
already.
didn't
can-
think that it was. I wasn't sure if it was just me or if it was connected to something, but now I think it's connected to this. So I'm going to put it away and
Before you
focus.
put it away, You see those two on the right and the left side. You see those like kind of yellowish little gems, little oval ones, flick open
Ah. Okay.
to some hazel eyes.
Kind of hold it up.
You hold it as your hand starts to shake, and it falls from your grasp because you no longer have a hand.
What? Now it is. I still have it around my neck. I didn't like take it off.
So
or
yeah,
anything.
so it's dangles and such there. And you
I have no
notice
hands.
there is an appendage there. It's not a hand. It's paw.
A pawpaw. So like it's not even a claw. It's a pawpaw.
It's paw.
If you want to grab the big pawpaw, you gotta use.
Yeah. Used to have a big paw, and I got a little paw.
I didn't think this came until later. Okay.
Welcome to the club.
The branch that you're perched on also is seems now has drawn much closer to you as your mass no longer is where it was.
Katela's a tiny bit excited about this. She's not happy about her ancestry, but this is a little exciting. So yeah, I'm just gonna start walking up and down that branch and kind of play around. She's gotten fully distracted by what has
Your
happened.
legs are not the same.
I didn't think they were. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what's happened. She's gone straight into play mode. She is
Okay.
5 years old. Yeah, she's a child right now. She is 5 years old in her head, and she's just playing, hopping from branch to branch. She might be playing with eggs a little bit, just pawing on them. Like yeah.
Very good. As the
She's
music
playing.
continues to grow louder. Meantime, get out of my way. The rest of
Hey,
you,
guys, remember when we said we wanted a spa day? Conversation.
What about a pod day?
I got meat. You all been complaining about these bark things I made you eat last time. Here you go.
I was really looking forward to downtime. Oh,
This is your fault.
I didn't
You can't
think
even blame
anything
me
was-
on this one.
I didn't think anything was going to happen. I just followed it for a little while, and then I'd come back. No, but that's not my fault. That's the DM.
Hey, you know the old saying, curiosity killed the cat? Well, that has double meaning now. And two, it's also very much so, no, curiosity killed the player, just in case anyone's wrong.
To be honest, depending on how
Curiosity
this
makes a
goes,
great
curiosity
story.
killed the party.
well, that's yet to be seen.
Literally, a friend said, hey, try not to TPK your party this time. Before I started.
Yeah. So yeah, Catel's playing in the tree and rolling around and just having a grand old time.
All right. The rest of you, Lorna, you find a trail.
The rest of us are looking
You
for
find-
Cattell.
Right. You find Catel's trail,
Uh-huh.
and it gets to this spot by a tree where you find a stick that's singed on the end.
Yeah,
I pick it up, hold it up.
yeah. Ginge was curious about the hair.
So you decided to light a stick in the middle of the woods
He decided to light a stick in the middle of the woods.
with your hair.
Yeah, it's not like I can turn it off. It's not like it's got an on and off switch. Doesn't work like that.
I can go dunk you in the river and see if it does work.
I believe we tried that last time when I did go in the river and it just got a lot hotter. Like bath water.
Fair point. I'm gonna look around. Do I see anywhere else where next to go?
Trail ends there.
Even her trail?
Even her trail.
Hi guys! I'm living my best life. She didn't want no heroic responsibilities, so she has no heroic responsibilities.
Oh, she's just now either, a squirrel. Let's see. We've got, what are the animals that make sense right now? We've got
As
I've
you're
got
looking
my own
around
little
there,
list in my head.
Same.
you feel Wynn tense up.
We're close, aren't we? I
She
say in the language that only Wynn and I speak.
she moves around to she can see your face and she nods.
We entered into it on our way to find you. Just the edge. It didn't go so well. Well, it didn't go so horribly either.
I so want to know what they're saying.
Do you think she's in there?
Anything they're saying.
Yeah. Can you show me where it starts? Help me find it.
She gingerly kind of crawls down your leg so she can, and she starts to lead.
Well, I suppose this way. If you're coming. If you don't want to, it's fine. I can bring her out, I think. But it's not exactly the safest of places for any of you.
Do I recognize
I'll look directly at Bellamy.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm part of the group. I'd like to help, even if it's dangerous. So, if it's dangerous for me, it'll be dangerous for her, right? So,
I'm more thinking of your little friend. Perhaps
Well-
keep him
Real
hidden.
close.
I'm gonna have to keep him pretty close. Yeah, he'll stay inside my coat. I think
I'm
that's
missing something.
gonna stop anyone from sensing it, but
What'd you say?
And based off of Laura's hand motions, I think one of my guesses is correct. I'm gonna start following Wynn.
Does
Do I
anybody
recognize-
turn back?
No. Do I recognize that's the same direction that Ginger left?
Yeah, based on like where you saw the thing, and you're like, yeah, this is the tree I was sitting at, and that's the direction that Flix went.
Oh. That's the direction my ginger friend went.
And I suppose he left his trail available if anyone wanted to follow. I happen to be
Probably
curious.
not. He's a slippery guy.
Am I the
Who
button?
wanted you to meet a certain someone?
Yeah, I don't really know what that means. He said that the Ashen lady would be curious about me. Don't know why.
Well, you'll likely get to ask her. I just would suggest not making any deals.
Okay.
Sometimes things are true, even when they're not. And sometimes they're false, even when they seem true.
I'm not gonna say a word.
I think that's really, really smart of just not saying anything.
Bellamy is nodding sagely.
Usually.
This is probably the moment that Bellamy and Lorna just kind of bond over this, little small wisdoms. And I'll keep following Wynn. I am going to knock an arrow just in case, so I'm ready.
Now, as we're walking along, can someone give me the lowdown on this Ashen lady? Is she some kind
Yeah.
of powerful
Is she?
fey creature? Or...
Perhaps don't use her name when you're in her realm.
Are we
All
in
right,
it?
rule number 1.
Are we in it?
Do not talk to the Nurdenin.
Also,
Bless you.
perhaps don't use that terminology either. It seemed to, and I'm gonna watch. Did Wynn react at all to hearing it?
You see she kind of cocked her head and her ears kind of twitched a little, but she's focused on
Yeah.
what's ahead.
Perhaps try not to insult them as well.
It is not an insult. It is what they are.
To you?
Do not make deals with them.
And yet you make them with Fisk. Interesting.
My deal was made. He's walking, eyes very wide and alert.
Is there a difference between eyes wide and eyes very wide for Cedric?
Yeah. So this is.
Is
this
there a
is like,
difference?
This is Cedric. Like
One
as
pops
he usually
out.
is. Look at. This is Cedric when his eyes are wide and alert. This is Cedric. Wait. Okay. Now I actually.
See?
So this is Cedric when he's looking at you. This. Okay. It's in the eyebrows.
Oh, it's the eyebrows. It's the eyebrows. Okay, there's the difference.
So Cedric. Eyes wide, Cedric. Eyes wide.
Okay, fine,
He calls
fine.
those juicy eyes.
Juicy eyes.
He sticks a
Oh.
shot straight into an eyeball.
No, let's not.
Hey!
One really large eye.
No.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Juicy eyes.
So
Almost stay in the middle of the pack.
So you see Wynn move forward, probably about 50 yards.
Oh, I'm right up with her.
No,
I'm-
yeah, I mean, leading all of you 50 yards, not ditching you by 50 yards. Like, takes the group, has traveled 50 yards, and then she starts to turn. And to the point where it feels like she's going right back where you came.
Yep.
But then she turns again, and she there's this large circle. And by the time you make the third circuit, all the leaves have changed to an autumn scene.
Oh.
Trees seem to loom in a little closer. The air cooler.
Welcome back to the Wyldwood.
Right.
Do I see any tracks on the ground?
You are in a new spot now, so let's check again before you roll that, though. I think it's this. Okay.
Where did my character sheet go?
So quick question, Steve, real quick, back to the amulet with the seeing the amber eye thing. Was it that the gems themselves looks like it, or was it a reflection?
Gems themselves.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay.
So my nature connection, that would work here, but it looks like I can only use it once a day or something.
You have two, actually. You have the one that you trigger once a day, and then you have another one that's always that you can always apply. It's under should be under your techniques.
Looking. Sorry, everybody. Talents, techniques.
So it says
terrain
so
mastery. Would that mastery apply here?
Yes.
Okay, because I didn't have that checked earlier. I knew there was one that wasn't a daily thing, so.
Okay.
Okay, and now I have to pop it back in because it's being dumb. Sorry.
It should apply your bonus automatically. That's why I made a check so you can turn it on and off, so it only applies to when you roll a certain time.
Great, but that'll work.
Let's see if it went in. Looks like it did. All right.
No, it didn't.
What
Or at
did?
least it didn't, because it's -1 for me, but then it should have been +2, right?
I'd have to look at what your.
It says bonus in the forest. It says 2 bonus in the forest. On when I clicked forest mastery.
Yeah.
I don't know if that means it's 2. I can look.
No, doesn't look like. I think it's just letting you know to add 2.
Yeah,
So it'd be 2
She
more. than
gains a
that. Okay.
+2 bonus, so
Yeah.
I should have added it myself. Okay.
I'm gonna rig that to where we'll give you the 2, so you don't have to remember to do it. It'll just be
So
like,
it would have been a 26.
Yep. Okay. Which means you totally find a trail.
Well, I will point it out to the others so that they can see. And does does it look like Catel's footprints or?
Yes. Yep. Looks like Catel's footprints. At this point, Wynn has now climbed
I
back
was
up
gonna
on you.
pick her back up
Yeah.
anyway. And I'm gonna tuck my hood up around her a little bit more just to get her warmer and keep her a little bit closer. And start quietly following the tracks.
So it makes no sense, these tracks.
Well,
They
of course
go
it doesn't.
one direction and they veer off another direction. At one point, they go directly into a tree, but then they start on the other side of the tree as if and the impression was as if the tree just wasn't even there as the tracks were going.
And anyone watching Lorna, she is not reacting to this at all. It seems completely normal to her.
Oh, cool.
That's how I feel, Dodger.
Yeah.
You know, Lexi, I'm starting to side with you here. I'd rather stick to cities. This
Yeah.
is
So
starting to
these
get
are
I mean, it's
so
new.
Yeah.
It's new. It's interesting. It doesn't make any sense yet, but it might later. Might be something we gotta get used to.
I hope not. I don't want to get used to this. I'm not liking it.
It's a change of scenery.
I've had
as
enough
long
of
as
this
trees don't try to eat me
scenery.
again.
Again.
I almost got swallowed up by the earth when we were trekking through here.
They were trying to get Ramil.
Yeah.
Wait. His little buddy has a name?
It's Ramil.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah, his name's Ramil.
Well, interesting. Wait, didn't we agree that we weren't supposed to be talking in here?
We're not
I-
supposed to agree to anything.
And you'll see Lorna glance over her shoulder
Cedric. at
and
the
meet
same time.
Cedric's eyes at the end of the group, basically. I'm assuming like Lorna and Cedric are like,
Yeah.
You're following the trail. It gets to a point where Catel's prints branch off in 4 different directions.
Oh,
Well,
That's
isn't that
neat.
interesting?
not
Eeny,
really.
miny, miny, mo. Come on, Lorna. You can do it.
Which one's the real one?
You
got
want to try to
this.
figure
You
it
got
out?
This.
We're certainly not going to split up, right?
No,
no.
she's got this.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
All right, first give me a lore Wyldwood check.
Okay. Of course.
So no bonus there. All right. But because you got Wynn with you, you get to make your survival check with advantage. So roll dice, take the highest.
Just use the A word.
Oh,
Yes, I did.
You did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, as if you needed it.
Guys, survival stuff get got. The lore stuff,
Not so much. But still, I'm just amazed that the man said the A word.
right? I was like, what? Wait,
Flabbergasted.
what? All right.
He just picks
So
and
you-
chooses what he wants.
So
I like
you look at the 4 and you feel like Wynn's head's like right there next to yours. So just like look,
She totally is.
yeah, it's like side by side looking.
Probably a little bit more herself than she has been. I'm assuming at this point, this is a little bit more her.
And you both kind of lock in on one, like at the same moment. You both like, and you just know that's the one.
Come on.
See,
And I'll start
I
following
knew
the
she'd
one.
know. Excellent. Let's go.
Everybody except Qadan roll a perception check.
All right.
I'm chewing on something right now.
You've not seen my dice roll.
You are out of control. That's what your dice
My
roll
dice didn't
is.
roll.
I love it.
What is that under now? Golly.
My dice didn't roll.
There it is. Perception.
I saw it.
My dice didn't
I
roll.
saw it. I
It
saw
We
says
don't-
y'all's
insight
dice.
check.
We don't see
Uh,
our own.
We don't see our
Oh.
own.
But is it supposed to show a blank thing?
No.
Yeah. Oh, mine just says perception check,
Says
but
that
it
I
doesn't
rolled
show
a
what
Yeah.
happened.
Do you see that it
Yeah.
says perception check on the chat?
Is that what it's supposed to look like?
That's what I
Yep.
see.
That's exactly
Well,
what.
Yeah, it
Yep.
just says perception
It
check.
just says our name in a perception check.
Yep. Okay. Well, good news is everybody made their perception check.
Hey.
Hey.
Bad news is you hear a somber tune.
In
the distance.
I'm gonna glance at Wynn. Do I know what this means? Amanda has very good ideas what this means.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Lorna would know. There's a troop nearby.
Yep. I'm going to gesture for everyone. And
You see Wynn actually leaves Lorna, goes to a tree, and you see like the little glint of her little claws out.
is it getting closer to us, or does it seem to?
Doesn't seem to be. Doesn't seem to be drawing closer or further away. Cattell, make a perception check.
Okay. Now, if I don't recognize these things, I will not be changing anything. I would be hiding. Hiding. Okay. Okay. Perception. I didn't see whatever that was, so I could be super distracted for all I know.
Okay. Something's drawing closer. You don't know what it is.
Me?
You. Yep.
Okay, I will then stop nosing the eggs in the nest and I will just kind of hunch down and keep an eye out. If it's somebody I recognize, I will turn back into myself. If it's someone I don't know, I'm staying the way I am and I'm going to try and blend into my surroundings.
Okay. You're still in the tree.
Yeah.
Up there. Yep. Or one of them anyway.
Yeah.
You're hopping.
Do Cattell's tracks continue on, or do they stop here?
They continue on.
Okay.
Seems
I'm
to
going
be in the
start.
direction of the music.
Of course it is.
I mean, I heard it after I got there, you guys. I didn't like follow.
We
the
don't know
music.
that.
We
She
don't know
knows
that.
better. She's read the fairy tales. She knows better. She knows better to be in the situation, period.
But here we are.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's all superficial knowledge anyway, so.
I still
Because
Lexi
fairy
would be
tales.
like music. Let's check it out. But no, I gotta be good.
I'm gonna.
Well, it sounds very sad music. It's not happy music.
Lorna's gonna gesture for everybody to just stay very quiet, and she's going to start slowly sneaking forward, following the trail. And then she's gonna turn back and look at Dodger and his glowing head. And then keep going because she doesn't know what to do about it at this point.
Needs a flame-proof hat.
Right?
Right.
Slap some mud on it.
Seeing the death glare at my very very nice locks, and seeing that death glare, can I make a roll to try and dim it really far down to like tea light candle status?
Yeah.
Or-
Do a resolve check.
okay.
Bilmy has been working with you, so
Yes.
Nice.
Practice your
Good.
breathing
All that
techniques.
Breathing
meditation.
techniques and stuff. Yeah, that's right.
Align your chi.
Align your chi. Come on, baby.
Ooh.
I
That's a
don't.
pretty good roll.
You.
Yes.
It was delayed on my end, but I got to see that.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
all I know is what was going in my head is whatever you do, don't roll a 1. Don't roll a 1. Roll a 1.
Okay.
Or you
so
would be
now
getting
it's-
some visitors. Okay. So he dims down to it's just where it's almost like it's glow, like there's a glow to it, but not a burn. So it's like
like
very
embers.
dim embers, but they're
Yeah.
in the shape of feathers.
That's cool.
So Lorna, you move ahead, and you sense wind nearby, kind of mirroring your movements, and you see something on the ground. It's in the thick brush and such, so you can't, but it definitely looks different than the surrounding area. Lighter.
I'll inch towards it. See if I can get a better look.
Sure. It looks to be some this white cloth with like a light blue cloth by it.
Is it Catel's cloth that she wears?
When you pull it up, yeah.
It's all my clothes?
Yeah.
Cool.
She's gonna look up in the tree that it's underneath. And
I
look,
don't think I'm there.
That's a big tree. I don't see anything.
um,
Sensing you're looking, Wynn, you see Wynn kind of hop to it and scurry up it.
I'm gonna start gathering the stuff that's there and shoving it in my pack.
As you're grabbing and it's all of her things.
Great.
I mean, she doesn't
Including my
pack
amulet?
No.
Okay, didn't think so.
no aim. She packs light to begin with. I mean, Catel's not one to load her stuff down with lots of stuff, but what few things she has is all right there.
Yeah, everything that she's like Lorna's, anything she can fit in her pack, she will. Most of it, she's giving Wynn a few minutes to look. She's gonna be folding it, but the shawl, the cloth, she'll fold very carefully and put that underneath something else because she doesn't really understand it, but she knows it has meaning. So she's gonna do that, and anything she can't carry, she'll hand off to Lexi to carry, just so that she has her hands free. So probably the clothes she's shoved into her pack because she probably definitely had room for that, but anything else she would have handed off. And then
And you make do some form or
Yeah.
fashion. All of her things have been accounted for.
is the troop moving closer, or does it seem stationary where we are still?
It's louder,
Yeah.
but more that you've drawn closer to it than it's moving closer to you.
I'm going to whisper very quietly, but in the same language that Wynn and I use. Wynn, do you see anything? Knowing that
No.
she hears pretty well.
You hear a whisper from the treetops. No.
And there's no more tracks around, I'm assuming.
Nope.
Because I'm playing in the freaking tree.
Like a child playing next to a wasp's nest and doesn't realize it.
She's hunkered down. She's quiet now that there's something going on over there. She's probably just watching.
Cedric's gonna quest out with his senses.
Which sense?
The fell one.
I think Melmy is going to reach out with his senses.
Which one?
The ghost one.
I think Lorna's going to reach out with hers.
Which one?
So is
Smell
Catel.
one.
The nature one.
There are no fell anywhere. There are no ghosts
I just see
Anywhere.
invisible creatures, or it
Yeah.
helps me see them.
Think you, yeah, it burns the essence automatically. Sorry, I'm reading it. Okay. There's nothing invisible. Nothing, basically kind of out, the shape kind of becomes more apparent to you. No shapes become like we're clear, but there is, you do kind of sense like that there's a there's definitely something going, like there's spiritual energy in the air, in the area, so it's kind of, everything kind of like takes a distorted type of shape, but there's no locking on of any like clear pattern of anything that could be, that's hiding itself. This is surprise, like the any taint of the fell is just not even here. It's completely absent. It's almost like it's the anti-fell.
Anti-fell.
Tell, perched up, you do stare, as now there's a lot of activity centered around where you were starting at. You see these figures and some the little glowing ember feathers start to kind of, it's like, and you kind of start to make out, it's like, oh, it's your friends.
Very confused as why to they are here. Recognizing that this is probably not the safest place for a reunion, I'm going to. Do I see Wynn anywhere?
You see Wynn, yeah, I mean, she's close to Lorna. Not on her, but close by her.
Okay. I'm going to stare with all of my intent and aura at Wynn. Just gonna stare at her, try to get her attention with my essence.
All right, let's see. Let's do this. I'll do this publicly. Give it a 50-50 shot. This Wynn notice. Low is yes.
That's so low.
Was that a D1000?
Yeah. She doesn't seem to be, she seems to be focused more on like when you want her to look your way, she more is looking to where you also think that's where the music is coming from. She seems to be very preoccupied with that.
Can I kind of tell how far away this music is?
It's hard with the trees and such like that, but being that you can definitely make out the tone, the tunes and such like that, you would guess maybe 100 yards.
Okay. As I've been bounding around these treetops, have I felt like I've gotten anyone's attention?
No.
Like even when the music was closer? Or when I first noticed the music and stuff, it didn't feel like it was...
No,
okay.
It pretty much, like you've heard it but as you've been moving around, but you haven't necessarily felt like when you move back, it moves back. Like it doesn't seem like it's approaching you.
Okay. I'm going to... Oh, okay, here's the question. Do I feel access to my magic in this form? Like, can I use it?
Try.
You can certainly try.
I'm worried it will get someone's attention, the magic-y magic. Okay. I'm going to try and use a free teleport, essentially. Well, kind of free, whatever.
Yep.
To get in front of Wynn.
And not in a spot where the others
Yeah,
Would
in a
not
spot
see
where
you?
the others would not see. I only want to get Wynn's attention.
Okay. You feel space distorted, and you're in a new place.
Oh, I really love this. I hope it's permanent. Okay.
And you're not directly in front of her because that would have put you but enough that she kind of cocks her head over and looks in your direction and starts to look away, like sees and kind of like just as if
I
nothing.
boop her with my nose.
And then stops and then looks again and kind of like rears back a little bit.
I boop her with my nose and kind of do like a little nuzzle thing.
Do I notice any of
And
this?
then I retract.
Wynn's by you but not on you, so
Yeah. But-
she was looking around for things as signs too. She's nearby. Something's got her distracted, but you don't know what.
After I nuzzle her, I'm
Mhm.
going to bamf behind the group as far as I can get into a tree
Okay.
and hope that she will notice.
Question.
Huh?
Isn't there like a little light show when you bamf?
Only if I want it to, I think. And if I'm being discreet. No, okay, so what's been happening
It
is
was
that
like a
it will
little
either
blue, like
there
a
will
little blue
either
thing.
be a blue fire or she'll turn into a leaf. It's kind of switched between the two. So it would have been a leaf one.
Okay.
So a little leaf, and then she would pop.
The rest of you, you're taking note of this. Note that the music is getting louder, and you see a pale light kind of shifting between the trees at ground level.
He died.
Yeah, I'm making my way to the back of the group. And,
There's
and, like,
Cedric.
I'm gonna be next to Broody and try to hide behind tall, dark, and Broody, because I am a walking bacon.
As we're trying to do this, we need to hide quickly. Whatever happens, don't come out. And I'm gonna help anybody up into a tree that needs to go up, and then follow as well. Reaching down for Wynn or reaching over for Wynn wherever she is to put her on my shoulders. But I'm gonna make sure
Wynn's moved off into another tree on her own.
Gonna give poor Lorna an aneurysm. Good lord.
I don't know what Cedric or Belmy, but I'm definitely helping Lexi up into a tree and
I let you
Charlie
help me.
Dodger.
Okay.
And
let you
I'm
help me.
talonning my way up
Yeah.
to a
Belmy
tree.
needs some help.
All right, climb checks for everyone except Lorna, because she can pretty much do it running backwards.
do they get any kind of
that athletics
assistance
now?
since I'm helping? I'm like full on doing the whole.
Yes. Athletics. Athletics.
Okay.
Hey.
Good job.
Ooh.
Does Lexi get help because Lorna was helping her?
Yes, but I don't
Like
think that's
a-
even gonna help.
I'll give her a 2.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oof.
All
All right,
right.
everybody's
Cedric's
trying to
gonna stay on the ground.
trying to scramble up. You're trying to get her in the tree. The branch snaps that she was trying
nope.
to get to.
Then I just shove her into the brush that's nearby. It is
Oh.
Belmy
Hey.
also cannot. Is
it's
not able to find nor Cedric.
it is
Dodger,
shoved.
on the other hand, is way up there somewhere.
Great. Hopefully he blends in with the lights of the sky.
Whatever
I'm
bush you're
I'm
throwing me
shoving-
towards, I go into.
I'm shoving any of them, and as I do, I'm yanking the cord of my cloak, which is colored to match the woods,
Mm-hmm.
almost slightly a little less colored, but it will work in the dark. And I'm going to fling it into where Belmy and Lexi went, and I'm going to look at Cedric like,
Are we turning into a rock?
I know.
I wish, but no, that would be really
We
cool,
all
but
share
no.
the same thought.
No, I wish. And then I'm going to climb up to the lowest limb on the tree and just sit there quietly, as if I am supposed to be there.
Yep,
Petra's
I'm like
gonna-
five branches up.
Oh,
Just
you are as
taloned
far up as
perched.
hopefully you can go.
Yep,
Get
that's
away
pretty
from
much
me.
it.
Cedric's
And I'm
gonna
gonna-
attempt to fade into the background.
Or are you trying to like Homer Simpson into the hedge?
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, Lorna is intending to be quiet and secretive and stealthily there, but if it looks like that's not going to work for anyone, she is going to make herself known and draw the attention.
When Cattell approaches you and kind of grabs you and is like pulling you towards where the group is at.
Do I notice what is happening? I'm gonna kinda look back.
Yeah, you see the lights in the trees, and the music is louder.
I'm gonna put a little paw up to her mouth. Because the idea was that we could go back, but that didn't. It's not gonna happen. It's gonna...
She's pulling you much more urgently.
Can I turn her? Like, can I like nudge her around so she can see what's going on? Because I don't know if it's out of not knowing what's happening.
She has glanced behind, and
She knows.
All right, if she knows what's going on, I'm gonna trust her, and I'm going to It's gonna be awkward, but she's going. I don't know if she's realized that she doesn't have any clothes, so she's gonna yeah, just be herself again.
that is going to be a
Another
Arete
Arete.
check.
Okay. I mean, I'm not too worried about it. I mean, I'm only worried if it's gonna cause problems with.
Oh, it's
I've been casting a lot of magic. I don't want them to know what's more important. Yep, no, she's got too much going on with that, so yeah.
oh
That
no.
sucks.
Yeah, it's not happening.
I'm gonna look down at my amulet. Can I try again?
Being there.
I'm kind of like,
At the risk of running out of time.
oh, okay. Shoot.
And she's now got like 4 of her paws are on you, and her wings are flittering, like trying to
Can
pull
she
you.
carry me?
No, she's not big enough to carry
Not big
you.
enough.
Okay,
that,
do
okay.
I see this now? I'm sitting up in a tree.
Um,
I mean, it's fair. I'm pretty focused
It
on
is
making sure
fair.
I know where this
just for the
where the troop is. But
roll perception.
if Wynn is flapping her wing,
I mean, if Wynn is being this urgent and I can't force myself back, I will follow her.
Okay.
Because at this point, it becomes more about their safety and less about mine.
So it's you're eventually like give way, so that way she's not like she's trying to pull you with every appendage she has in action type thing, but you're bigger than her, so she can't. But eventually, yeah, you start to make your way over there. As you get over closer to the group, you start to see the first of the shapes actually break through the trees in your area, and let's take our break there.
I'm taking a break. I could have waited a second.
hey
Sorry.
guys, let's have a nice little session where we talk about stuff.
I thought we were gonna
Sunday.
get like
We'll get out.
Sunday.
We'll get out, and we'll.
I
have it
went
happen.
hunting. Literally, was like, yes, upset. We need food. I will go get food. That is my job.
I will go
Cedric
get.
was about to pull
food.
one of you aside and cry.
I
now
mean,
he's
Dodger
over
was
it.
gonna ask
Now
if
he's-
your sword
he's
talks
on.
to you, if your shiny new sword talks to you too. But
Yeah.
no, we
It's
have to
okay.
go into the Wyldwood.
Catel's gonna figure this out. It's gonna be fine.
All right, how long?
It's gonna be great.
I 5, but with us, that's probably for the viewers, it'll be 10. For the group,
We are aiming for 5.
We'll
folks.
aim for 5.
Yes.
We'll do our darndest. We're back.
Okay. For the break, the the troop of the Autumn Court was drawing near. The group had dove into the brush or climbed to the trees, as when Poling could tell over
I
towards
follow
the
her.
group.
For
Finally,
urgency, I run over. I just like scurry really, really fast. Just like...
all right, so what does the ones on the ground see? Because they're the only ones nearby, because that's where you guys are at to get to the brush.
Okay. So you see, oh my gosh, you see a little fox with kind of
Sorry.
brownish gold, one of those darker foxes that have kind of the black around the face, but her kind of orange hair is in there too, and it's just this cute little fox that kind of just scurries over and is like, I don't know what to do now.
That's exactly what you all think. Wynn's found a fox.
Wynn has befriended a fox. Okay.
But doesn't seem to pay much heed other than just the fact that as soon as this fox gets there and draws in, Wynn kind of like scrunches up. And for those of you who see her face is scrunching up. And then as you're looking out, things start going black and white.
Wait, what?
The color is drained away. Everything's black and white. Just as the first of the troop breaks into your sight line.
Oh. Is that for everyone or just the people on the ground?
Just people on the ground. You don't see any. Yeah. Actually, you don't. They're gone.
Heard that taking Lorna's cloak and like I'm up against a tree with the cloak over my. So I don't think I can see.
You
anything.
see
that's
black.
true, 'cause
You
we
see
are.
the
We're
black-
under
you see
cloak.
the
That's
back of the
right.
cloak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't see anything except because we're in our cloak.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I don't know how big that cloak is, but
Not what I meant, guys. I meant in the bush. Throw the cloak as anything to cover up the opening in the bush. But okay.
can't see me. If I
You can't see me.
nobody's got a corner.
Don't knock it. They were over in the bush.
Lorna's gonna look
And
where
you
she knows
don't
Cedric
see.
went and just shake her head.
You don't see. Lorna is
Can I-
probably the only one who sees.
Can I roll
Yeah.
stealth?
Oh yeah, we all have stealth. We can roll stealth in the process of this too.
Roll your stealths.
Alrighty.
Is it set? Are we
my-
rolling now?
Yes, as I roll my perception.
Am
Oh,
I
no.
rolling stealth too?
Yes.
I want to re-roll that.
You gonna spend an
Oh
edge?
no, that's not
Yeah,
what I want.
I'm gonna spend an edge.
Dang. Re-roll stealth.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, it's worse.
Oh, jeez.
I'm also gonna spend an edge.
So I rolled.
You think?
I rolled
That's pretty bad.
3 times tonight, and my highest roll. Oh no, I rolled a higher one, but
I rolled a 4 the first
Does my
time
stealth
and a
change
3.
in this form,
I also rolled a 3.
or is it the same?
Better.
It's different. It's different.
I'm assuming
Everyone's
it probably
edging.
goes higher, but I don't know that.
All right. So let's see here. I could go all the way back up after all this to get to what my roll was. Okay. So, in this mix, let's see, Bellamy. I gotta get the second rolls. I can tell you're good. Dodger, you're good. Cedric, Lorna, take a moment.
Oh,
And
come
say
on,
goodbye
let's
to your
get, we need to get
characters.
out of here. We need to get
Look-
out of here, man.
Look at Wynn and thank her for saving your tails. As these figures
Wait, it
dressed in-
covered me because I'm up in the tree. I'm just being fair. I'm on the
Um,
lowest branch.
Oh.
That's what I said.
Initiative.
I'm being fair. Sorry.
No. Where was your roll? Oh, no, you're okay.
Okay.
You're in the tree. You're not on the
Yeah.
ground.
No.
Dodger has a different DC than.
Dodger's much
The rest of the
higher than
group.
me.
I'm
He's way
so much
up.
higher in the tree, just perching and trying to not have my anxiety flare
I
up.
think you're still in her AoE though, if you're on a low branch.
That's what I was asking, because
Yeah.
you said earlier it was just the people on the ground. That's why I was
Yeah.
confused why I didn't see the fox. Because I would have been looking down, making sure everybody's hidden.
You did see the fox.
But you originally said only people on the ground, so that's why I was getting confused.
Oh.
I
Oh,
was
that's
like,
true.
I
did
thought you
say
were
that,
on the ground too.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
All right. These gangly forms draped in black cloaks and rags, and some seem to be carrying like what looks to be like a parasol, and another one's like has a cane, and they seem their legs and joints seem to move at odd angles. Break through the tree line. Some are carrying these gothic-looking lanterns at the ends of these staves that they're hanging on. Others are playing instruments that don't look like they should work, as they have horns and such moving, like pointed out in random directions, and violins and whatnot as they're playing this somber tone as they break through and are moving past you. Everybody, give me a resolve check. A reaction. Resolve reaction.
Then they get +4 near me.
You well, is it
Right.
resolves or fear?
It's
This is not-
resolve.
Okay, 'cause this isn't
I'll
a fear-
double
fear
check. Hang
effect.
on.
Yeah, it's not a fear effect.
No, it's not I think it's just, what crap, which was that? Where did that come from?
That is, what
Hang
is
on, I
that?
have a
Check
note.
or reaction?
Hang on.
Aura of courage. No, it's aura of courage. So provide a +4 morale bonus on
Against
resolve
fear
reaction.
effects.
Oh, against fear effects. I'm sorry.
Oh, so no.
Never mind.
+4.
No
You
+4.
bravely deal with this, but
Oh.
it's
It's resolve,
Brave,
right?
brave.
Resolve.
Edge.
Yeah, I'll do it again. I'll edge it.
It's a
Is that-
reaction, right?
Wait, I'm
I'm-
yes.
I'm
it's a
edge.
reaction.
Did I do the right one? Then? Yeah, I did. I'm gonna edge mine too. Please be
E.
So I
better.
was just like,
Please
little
be
fox is
better.
just like watching with wide eyes.
Okay,
It
that's
is just
better.
mind
Yep, nope.
affecting.
Yes, it is. You're fine. Okay, let me look through here. Oh, Josh, you failed again?
Yeah, even with an edge, I failed again.
Can I bite his ankle?
He's way
I'm
up in the
really,
tree.
really high up in the tree.
I'm near him. Ish.
Near him-ish.
Well, hopefully
I mean-
it's come through me.
If my feet were to let go, I would fall directly past her. Granted, tumbling on branches on the way down.
Okay. One in the tree.
Resolve again.
No, I can only edge once.
No,
I
you
can't
can
edge an
edge
edge.
5 times. It's okay.
The fox has spoken.
No, my DM brain will not allow it. Okay.
Okay, so
I'd like to ask who let the fox out.
No, I thought it was.
That's
what
what
does
the fox says.
say?
yeah.
I was gonna make that
Doesn't
joke
matter.
later.
right,
She's
so
not saying
Don-
anything right now.
Tommy's
She's
okay.
out. And let her
She's
put her back
out.
in.
Lexi's good. So it looks like it's just Dodger.
Mm-hmm.
So all of you hear this somber tune, and you start to get drowsy and weary, and you're like trying to shake it off, except for the person who's way up in the tree, who and just plummets.
I'm gonna try and grab
Can
him.
I?
What does that mean?
I'm trying to grab him.
Wormhole.
Little fox
Wormhole.
spawn.
She's pooping.
Okay.
If I see this happening,
Yes,
I go,
you could try to grab him. Yes, you can do that.
Okay.
make it so
Yes,
he lands
I can-
without a sound.
Yes.
What am I
roll
rolling
against
to
it.
grab him?
You're going to, I think hers will be higher, so it'll be her first, and then you, because you're kind of on that low branch. You're the last grab before
Okay.
he goes to the ground. So what are you doing?
Wormhole. I'm gonna try and get him from where I see him teetering to the ground.
Can you see me
Gently,
teetering
quietly.
from where you are? That's just to be fair. Can you even see where I'm
Yeah,
at?
no.
I
I
know as
mean,
you're
I
dropping,
did.
she's gonna see the orange hue.
She has really good perception. She
That's
isn't
fair.
that far away.
Well, I think she's gonna hear also the bam, 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 bam as you're hitting every branch
Well,
on the way down.
ideally, if I notice that he's teetering, I would catch it.
You wouldn't
before there's
know
any-
until he's teetering, until you hear that first branch hit, because everybody's like,
That's fair.
and it's like, so just let's, you can roll because you don't have to roll to do the effect, because that's just, you just do it, but you do have to put it where he will fall into it. So we will make that a finesse. That's hand-eye coordination. Can you put it where he's falling?
Is that a
So
check?
finesse check. Yep.
Okay.
Roll good.
Not in
Roll good.
Where's my finesse?
I don't have it. It's a drop-down menu.
Yeah, I got it. I'm just
Oh,
freaking out a little bit.
You got pretty good finesse.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I was say you're pretty good hand-eye coordination. All right, so shimmers, it's blue, opens up, and you shoot through that, popping out in the brush down where they are. I don't know what kind of roll that would be. Let's say an agility reaction to see if you could avoid making a huge racket as you go plummeting out where the opening is.
Him or me?
Him.
Okay.
Dodger.
Well.
Okay. So
All
you can
right.
fucking roll it.
In my sleep,
Do
I'm dodging in my sleep.
that's true.
yes.
Oh yeah, I gotta negate that whole thing. Yeah, you can't do that.
Well, so what the idea
I mean,
is
it's
that-
funny. Entirely up
You
to
did the
you on
best you
whether to wreck
could.
on it.
You did the
Okay,
best you could to angle him so he wouldn't, but
Well, okay,
he's
but the
not
thing
helping
is
you at
that
all.
the so I would catch him and he would pop up through the other one. I would have set it on the ground and then just right.
At the same momentum that he was falling. So that's the probably shooting out.
Physics.
But I figured
Physics.
you would do it in such a way but I forgot he can't help you.
No.
Right.
So he's just kind of out. But he doesn't take as much damage.
I'm eyes trained on the troop, trying to see if they notice anything.
Here, we'll put it in a sec. Okay, so Dodger, you take
Poor
Awesome.
Dodger.
10 points of vitality.
Dude.
Yep.
And you don't even wake up.
Nope.
You don't even, it doesn't even wake you. You just kind of like sprawl flat out there. Now, let me check for this crew.
Ooh. What's the state of my hair? Unconscious.
It's out unconscious, isn't it? It's pretty much
looks
the same.
great.
It doesn't burst in flames when you're sleeping, does it?
Well, it maintains the same level, but I was concentrating on keeping it lower than it would normally be.
I'm assuming it's little. I mean, it's a little bit like what it's normally when you're sleeping. It's not because
Okay.
you're just
And
asleep.
I don't know how far he would have like. I feel like he would just gone like this, but I don't. Science isn't my thing. But I would have made sure to try and put it in an area where he would have been covered. Ish.
Well, he's definitely in the brush somewhere because
Okay.
he off that
Okay.
direction, off the path. I figured you would
Lots of
angle it in such
rustling
a way that,
bushes.
but he
Yeah, I'm
would,
trying.
because he's got to come out, but like in such a way that it would be away from where they're at, and not
That,
where
and you
would,
don't
like,
want
go
me
smack
falling
into a
back
tree.
into the wormhole and doing the portal
Well, she
thing,
can-
because
she
we've
can-
determined that the portal thing works.
Yes,
That
but
probably
she
would've been
can make
quieter.
it go away. She can make it go away when she wants it to. So if you
Fair.
would have just like gone back down, it wouldn't have been there. She would have cut it out.
So they're playing along this music and such like that, and towards the back, 4 kind of turn and shift their heads back in your direction. And as they make their way over, they almost like move like almost like a with like insect like motion.
Cedric draws on iron. If he has anything iron, maybe his mace. He probably has iron. Come on.
It's a very random ask at this opportune moment. Yeah. Curious iron thing around me. Oh, that's all right.
It's okay,
We clearly
we're just-
evolved
no
since
one's-
iron
I'm
weapons,
down a
but
plot
yeah,
point.
I'm carrying
I don't
on.
have any control.
Just don't move.
Nobody.
Yeah, it'd be a plot point maybe for it.
I'm down a plot point.
When do we?
All right.
Yeah, when do we get plot points?
Would I know?
You have to do.
And I feel like it.
Yeah.
Would I know if these creatures could see through a glamour if I used one?
They could if they could break. Yeah, I mean they could break through it.
I mean,
but-
anybody can break through it, but like, are they
but not
exceptionally?
not at will like thing.
Oh,
I don't
like
know.
a sight or something.
I'm
You can give me a. Because you'd have to know these specific types because different ones have
I don't,
different
yeah.
things. What's your knowledge is?
You guys, I just let her go back to the board.
No, you
You
don't
and me
have
both.
the-
Okay.
You don't have the right knowledge to know. You do know this because just from just general knowledge, some Fae do have
Yeah.
an ability to see through that. Not all.
I'm going to be prepared that if it looks like they notice any of my group, that I can call, like I'm ready to call out to get their attention on me.
Okay.
Are they?
Are there any rocks or anything small around?
Oh yeah, you're in
Can
tons of things around.
Can I do my telekinesis on a rock to lift it and like toss it away from us opposite direction for sound?
Yeah,
You know, the whole trick thing.
it is, as long as it's
Yeah.
got metal in it.
What?
What?
Yes, that's your.
A standard act,
Good
you can
job.
use telekinesis with one willing creature or unattended object.
Right,
Like
and then you
close
have your tradition weakness.
Where's that at?
Limits-
That's not
li-
in my little
It's under aptitudes, limited telekinesis, metal. Because yours is
freaking.
So you
Elect-
can waste
it's
a bullet. Here's the thing.
electromagnetism.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You can waste a bullet and use it like a ball bearing and toss a ball bearing.
Yeah.
It's a bullet. Do that.
Yeah. Well, he says that's metal.
Use a bullet.
It's metal. Use a bullet.
Yeah.
Fair bullet.
Caw bullet. Caw bullet.
Caw-caw. The sleeping one says.
Oh, all of a sudden I feel like someone's in my head.
Little bit. It's your buddy Sean McKenzie from a different game.
Yes, pushing the boundaries of
Thanks, Sean.
inter-party dialogue during tense moments. But go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, I'll it's metal so I can get it over, and that can go 20, 35 feet, 35, 40 feet.
Yep.
What? Yeah.
Now I gotta read it because I gotta see what's the speed.
Oh. It says it's telekinesis speed. Whatever
Just as
that
it's-
means.
It's just moving along at the space. I don't remember the speed.
Let's see.
Your hero has a defense of that. If ever a might net check is required. The problem is telekinesis is like a book on how much stuff you can do with it.
Well, my thing is I could snap things to me that are metal, couldn't I like super fast when we've talked about it before? Would it not just be?
Yes, because it does do damage, so it has to be moving with enough force to actually create that impact. So yeah, okay. Because I didn't see it. I didn't see it overtly listed there, but there was a damage where you can hit people with it,
Okay.
which means it must be moving at some sort of speed.
Okay.
Okay, so flick it off into what you feel is like a good chunk of brush, and so it's like.
Yeah, I want it to, in like opposite direction type thing. Away
So
from
give, yeah. What this will be is a kind of like a feint. That'd be a deception check against my perception.
Am I deceptive? Let's see. Okay.
Roll a 20 and call it a day.
Okay, so wait, no, I have something else. Like, can I do my oh shoot, what's it called? My lucky thing, my luck of heroes, where I can add points to my roll.
Yeah, it's your ability.
I can use it once per day. D20.
How much does it give you?
Let's see. It says after make any
I think you roll like a
D20 roll, but before I know the outcome.
D4.
Okay, so it's a D4. Okay.
Yep. You can also spend edge to add a D. Oh no, 6, just flat 6 to the roll as well.
But I can do that at the end after, if I need to.
But before I declare it. No, that only allows you to re-roll. If you want to add a bonus to it, you have to do that before the roll's made.
Hell, why not? So I've got a plus 10 at this point. Okay, because I want to make.
No, it's a D4, not 4.
D4. Okay.
So roll a D4,
So roll my
see how much you
D4
can
real
add.
Quick.
Actually, just click your Luck of Heroes. I think it rolls it automatically.
Oh.
Click the star.
Just a second. I have to get to that.
We're just finding out everybody's abilities in these 2 weeks.
New abilities, guys.
Right
I
now
had
it's
no
it's
idea that she would roll that. Like, that just, yeah, I had not planned that. So, thanks. That has me excited too.
For my roll for my perception or for somebody else?
Okay, so.
your
For
lack
you,
of
your
resolve.
Okay,
Oh
so
my
Yeah, and then,
myself.
yeah,
that's
that,
2.
yeah. I had,
And
all right, so 2 plus
then-
6.
I rolled
That's
a
8.
19.
So I got 8.
That first was great.
I still failed.
And then you said deception,
No,
right?
he did really good. Unfortunately, it was somebody's trail. Yeah.
You said deception, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's complicated.
So-
So plus 8.
15 plus 8.
Oh, you didn't put the 8 in, so that's okay.
No, that was
so
just
it's
me
23.
rolling
Okay.
deception. Yeah,
Well,
I should have put that in my mod. I
you
didn't
beat
think
my
about it.
19, so
Oh.
all right.
Yeah.
They start moving, and then they turn, and they move over, away from you, over to where it hit. So, Wynn, at this time, those who can see her, has her 2 paws out, and is holding it, and
Sweetie.
I'm so glad I rolled this. Like, actually statted her. So these are
Yeah, I'd love to see that someday.
her other two paws flip up and are starting to work too, and she's shaking.
Oh, poor
But now she's got 4 paws out. They figures move over and talking to they're speaking to each other.
Do I understand what they're saying?
I was
Yeah,
about
are
to
they
say
close
yes.
enough to hear?
No, none of you. All you hear is like gibberish that you hear Lorna and Wynn talking all the time. Or you hear something that, because they're further away, but you catch kill, eat, etc. in their dialogue.
Are they close enough to identify, or have they been like out of sight this whole time?
They're close enough to identify outside of like what you saw, like as I described them.
Okay. Could I make an attempt?
Arcanology.
Arcane.
Arcanology, not arcane. Not arcana. Arcanology.
Yeah,
Arkanaka.
Arcanology.
Arcanology.
They are your. I don't even know how you pronounce it.
You say it, I'll tell you how you pronounce it.
And it's like Nibber line or whatever.
Nieber.
What?
I don't know.
Flippity flu.
Whatever word you made up for them, that's what they are. They are
Wait, you
fae.
really don't have a word for him? You just want me to...
They're fae. It's whatever word you made up for them.
Oh, Nerdenyen?
Nerdenjern. Nerdenjurgen Goldslager. Okay. Goldslager.
It feels like a mix of like German or Swedish, like Swiss or so, like you're just saying a bunch of
Swedish.
the Swedish, yeah,
The Swedish chef.
yeah, that's what it is.
So, but they are fae. They are of one of the courts. You're not. I mean, this is not your specialty, but you definitely, yes, based on all their surroundings, movements, etc. What specific breed they are, you didn't roll high enough for that. Are you typing me something?
No. You want me to?
No, I just hear you typing, so I was like, "What's going on?" So I was like, "Should I wait?"
in my journal.
Okay. I just didn't know. I need to know. Can I continue, or do I have to wait for something in case you
Dear
wanted to act on that?
diary, I can't figure out what these things are.
Dear
So
diary,
I'm gonna
Steve
call
won't
them.
tell me what
Diary.
these fae are.
I'm with this idiot group that keeps trying to get themselves killed.
This sucks. I want to go home.
Somebody just fell out of a tree. I don't know what's going on.
Who's still unconscious?
Yes.
By the
And
by.
sleeping like a baby.
So, what happens?
Yeah.
So they look over and you see the kind of, and then as they get right on to where the bushes are, you see their like hands go up and insect-like motions. It was very apropos for them because they almost like seem like they have hooks for hands as they just start
Is
like
it the
ripping
bush
through
that
the brush.
I
Yes.
threw this? Okay.
Start ripping through it. It's like branches and trees and things like that. Yes, like praying mantis. Just and then Lauren, you hear one turn the other one. It's like something like you idiot. There's nothing here. And they turn and they quickly catch pace and join back with the troop.
I'm
The
gonna
music fades.
stay hidden until I can barely hear the music. Dead silent up there. And then when I hear the music faded enough, I'm gonna jump down from the tree and rush over to where I know Wynn is with this little friend that she's apparently found.
Wynn makes friends everywhere. So as
Everywhere.
the music gets more and more distance and such, and Wynn's like literally shaking, and then just before it's finally gone, she just topples over, and that black and white goes away.
I scoop her up and
As soon as anyone gets close, the fox just like belly to the ground is scooting back very fearfully.
No, my little friend. She tried to save you for a reason. Is Wynn awake or is she asleep?
She's unconscious.
Unconscious. Okay. As I'm eyes glued on the fox, I'm going to. Can I tell what she needs?
Edric walks up the side.
Can I tell what kind of healing will help her most at this moment?
Sleep.
I'm
She
sorry,
is just
Lexi be
pushed,
like,
she's
sleep.
pushed herself.
Okay.
Come here.
If Lexi is coming out of the bush, I'm going to hold Wynn over to Lexi.
Okay.
My eyes still glued to the fox.
Okay. Oh,
And I'm going to kneel down and like I would with a small animal in back home, I'm going to hold out my hand for the fox to come forward to sniff it.
I'm cutting the wind.
Come on. She's out because of the likes of you. And the rest. Do I notice anything strange about this animal?
It's a
Then I'm
fox,
just
and
gonna
you
go-
know, fox,
Yeah.
you know, and this is a, this particular, what you can do is a zoology check. You do have
Okay.
that.
I do have that.
Picture of the fox. I can't show it to the Twitch, but I'll put it in the thing for you guys. Yay! I like pictures. Me too.
Oh, that sounds so good, and then it was not.
It's only you just got. Okay, this I can't go into great detail because you just made it.
Yeah,
Um,
that's fair.
This particular breed of fox is actually native to the more on the air or the air region.
Oh, okay.
But that's it. It's just this is more or where I
Not-
used to live.
You're a bit far from home. Me too. We're not going to hurt you. We've got food back at our camp, but we need to get out of here. And I don't think you belong here either.
She just stays there. She doesn't move.
Cedric takes a look at this fox.
Darn, I was hoping Cedric was sneaking up behind the fox, but okay. Cedric, get on the wavelength here, dude.
Cedric doesn't sneak up on woodland animals. But
No, she would look similar.
Am I checking the Dodger who's laying over the front?
Whoa.
I'm
He's
holding Win.
fine.
Steve,
Once again, Dodger is unconscious or not here when the cool things happen to the rest of the party.
I hold Win and I kick Dodger.
I was going to say, is
Dodger,
is
Dodger!
Lexi going to go check out? Like,
Steve, what
Yeah.
did I see when I saw what I saw?
Not this.
See?
What did I see when I
you
saw
what you saw. What am I
Yes.
referencing with that?
The full body transformation.
No, not
No.
even close.
Not
Nope.
even close.
No, because that was humanoid.
Right.
Well, this would be. She would look the same. She's just now all fox. But the
Yeah, but you're
coloring-
also all covered, and remember, you made a point of like you were all covered, and you just moved. Your shape was a little different. That's all he saw. But it was humanoid still.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, so Cedric looks down at this fox. Looks over at you. Lorna says,
If she is here, we must continue.
I'm going to.
You said that to the
I'm
whole
going-
group. I'm like,
Are you still
going
Are you kicking Dodger?
I'm just like, get up,
I-
get up, to wake him
I
up.
didn't want to interrupt the narrative of what was going on because there were cool things happening.
Yeah, I just kind of go.
Would
like,
I wake up from someone kicking me, or is this a magically induced sleep that's not going to
It
get
is,
me up?
but the music is gone.
Oh,
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
because I'm not like kicking him like super hard. I'm just like, get up, wake up.
why does my side hurt?
Why does it feel like I have a rib crack?
And
So
why am I on the
hearing-
ground?
I feel like get hit. This is weird.
Here's
where is
Cedric. I'm going to actually tug on Lorna's whatever I can get to of her clothing.
I will say this, though. I forgot
she's
about
on a
this. As you're
knee and her
tugging,
hand is down.
hanging around this fox's neck
Oh, yeah.
is this amulet.
yeah.
I could have seen that.
Oh,
Is
that
the
I would have
amulet. Yeah.
Cedric
recognized.
pays attention to all manner
Well,
of
she was
natural-
she was kind of cowered back. So
Oh,
it's
she
kinda
did
like, you know,
say that
kind
she
of
kind of
but as
went
she-
down.
Right,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
she shifts a little bit, then you
Yeah.
notice, like, wait a minute, she's wearing an amulet. She's wearing Catel's amulet.
Yeah.
Clearly,
Ah.
she's killed Catel and stolen her amulet.
Clearly.
Yes.
Clearly.
Evil fox.
Cedric,
My hand is out to the fox. Like I'm on one knee, like down on its level, trying to get as close to its level as I can.
I'm like, don't
Yeah,
touch the amulet.
Catel would
Don't
go-
touch it.
around the hand and kind of just tug on her tunic to try to indicate to go back the way they had come, as if, leave.
At that, I'm picking the fox up. Fast.
Ah!
Scoop up like I would an injured, small animal. And I'm going to pull the amulet off and hold it out to Cedric. Like, Frook, and that's all I can think because I saw that amulet.
What are you doing, Qadan? She's grabbing for
I
the
am
amulet.
wiggling. She is not comfortable with any of this.
Too bad.
So I'll be
Why she's
an
done
athletics
Too
it.
bad,
check.
sister.
A what?
Your athletics versus it's Lorna's athletics against your. You can either do athletics or you can do because you're trying to escape or acrobatics. I assume you want to do acrobatics because you are much more acrobatic. than
But
you
do
are
I get the amulet off?
strong. When do
Every
you
part
start
of the
struggling? As she pulls it off.
As soon as she picks me up.
It's going to be like a fluid motion of grab, pull, and then I'm trying to hang on to her, but it's more focused on getting the amulet off.
All right. Roll and let's see.
Oh, it was so close.
Well, that's not good.
It was so close to a 20. It was like,
I also said, "Boy, if she pulls out 20 on this, that's gonna be kind of funny because that was
Well, if I could have
very,
rolled
very
agile.
agile."
If I could have rolled acrobatics, it would have been a lot greater as well.
Yeah. So she is like, just as you would imagine, like an
Right.
animal. She's like literally, it's like.
Yeah, no,
spurs-
hell, if she wants to
spurs out
sit
of
on
her.
my shoulders like Wind normally does, I don't care. It's just, I need that amulet at this point.
She just goes straight back to the ground and is backing the way that they had come. She's not leaving, but she is backing up like.
Do I have
Yeah.
the amulet?
No, not with that roll. I was gonna say, if it's pretty close, would say you snatch that thing off and she is scurrying around, but really low.
Can I do my, because it's metal, even though I don't want to touch it?
I
I don't think I
No,
would. No, I
You
wouldn't.
can.
I
It's
wouldn't.
non-ferrous. It's non-ferrous.
I don't think I would. I don't want to touch the thing. I'm scared to death of that and that
Choke me.
freaking dagger.
yeah.
Listen, folks, I might have a solution here.
Sandblaster.
Belmy's gonna approach this fox
Belmy's
now.
has a great record with small woodland creatures.
Yeah.
I failed with your wolf friend.
As long as they're not a wolf. Not of the
the
dog variety.
No, the dog variety is not his friend.
Aren't
But
foxes
all the other ones,
canine?
they cool.
Foxes are like
They're
the marriage
branched
between
earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
their marriage between feline and canine. Is
Yeah,
really
Yeah.
what they
they're
are.
a mix,
Yeah,
which is why they're cool.
So
exactly.
what's Belmy do?
So Belmy sort of crouches down and he's approaching slowly. And he offers one of his hands out like slowly towards her, towards the fox, and then with his other hand, real quick, he grabs the fox and tries to hold it in place with his
As soon as
hourglass.
she got close, she would have shuffled back.
He's going
Oh,
slowly.
with the hourglass
With the
ability.
hourglass.
He's approaching
So that
very
would be a check.
quickly
Yes,
until
that's just an
he's
attack. Yeah.
close.
Yeah. Because you're now this
He's
is just
gonna
to hit
freeze
her.
you in place.
You're still trying to hit Cattell, so that's still not easy to do. So make sure you ever target. Well, I guess we'll just. Oh, never mind. Anyway, you rolled a
Never mind,
2.
anyway.
I kind of wanna. I'm gonna edge because.
Okay.
Do it.
All right.
Can
but
I?
this time?
I can target her. I guess.
Yeah, you can target her
I don't know.
because that way it'll kick in her
Where
defense.
is
So
she
just
on this
alt and
map?
click on her.
Exactly, because she's
sorry.
not on this map.
Oh.
There she is.
Yeah, she is. She's
Huge in
over.
the corner.
Yeah, I moved her in there.
Hey,
Are
look at me.
Jeez.
Look at you rolling the exact same thing.
I swear,
Okay,
sometimes
no,
I think your
she's-
edges are cursed.
Yeah.
So as you go to grab, she's fast. It's fox, and even if regardless, it's a Cattell fox on top of that. So
I'm
Okay.
gonna knock an arrow.
oh.
Seeing
need the
them
amulet.
being
Phew.
We need the amulet.
no, if she sees, she's gone into the brush. If she sees
Then I
any form
fire.
of violence towards her, she's
Oh.
out.
Shooter?
How
Don't shoot
heavy
the
is a fox?
How heavy?
Yeah, like how heavy does she look?
How much
Wouldn't be
weight
more
does the
than-
fox?
Let me
Oh wait,
check.
well never
Probably
mind.
be like
Well, I'm thinking because of the
15, 20 pounds at the most.
At
I
most.
feel like somebody should be inciting this fox and how y'all
That's
are
what
making
I
I
was
it.
about
already
to
asked
do.
if I knew anything, if I noticed anything, and he said no. And made me roll zoology. I asked.
Yeah.
Something about
Put
like
that out
how
there.
she's feeling.
Oh, we don't care.
She's
You're an animal.
freaking
at the
scared, and
moment
she
with our
stole the amulet
Give it back.
from.
From
Well,
Well, she
Cattell.
seems to be
baby.
definitely trying to communicate with you.
That's great. We
Um,
think Cattell is still stuck in this woods. We're not leaving without her,
Yeah.
so great. And this fox has her medallion, and her clothes were on the ground. I.e., the
Okay.
fox curried into her clothes and managed to find the medallion somehow, or worse.
Okay.
Logic is there.
Cedric sprints after the fox.
I already fired. Also,
She's
Cattell
way. All right,
let
this
Lexi
fox
do what
weighs
Lexi's
about-
gonna do, because that happens before it. I'm assuming.
This,
Cattell's gonna bamf into the trees.
Well, first I just have to.
hold on.
You can't
Because
do
at
that
first
yet.
I was
just a second.
distracted trying to find out how much this a fox of this nature weighs. It's like literally about 5 pounds.
Okay.
They're nimble little, light.
Okay. So since. Okay, because I can lift with my. Because she's got the metal on her.
You hang her with the.
Fair point. Gets the medallion one way or another.
Yeah.
With all the hostility coming towards her, as soon as there is an opening for her, she's going to bamf.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm assuming Lexi's doing this before the initial
You went, yeah.
hostility.
This will trigger
This-
some of those things
Yes.
because you will definitely feel it, but you won't know
'Cause
it
now
until she does it
it's-
because there's no visual or sound. It's just suddenly you
Now
feel
it's
it.
flashbacks. She's having flashbacks.
Well, if we see her teleport, then there's one
Yep.
mystery solved, right?
Right? Well, that's why I was like, I was
Instinctiveness.
wondering if I saw what happened with Dodger earlier. Like, how did he just suddenly appear in the ground? But
You did. Well, no, you saw the flash of the light and stuff, but
you didn't
see
tell
the-
me. I said, did I see
Yeah.
that? Nobody.
I
I got
said
no
terrific.
answer.
There's a flash of light. He falls through.
But I
To
thought
be
you
fair,
guys
there
just
was a lot
established
going on
that she
in
that
didn't do it in a
moment.
flash of
I-
light necessarily.
I
'Cause
must have
I'm-
missed you because I was saying that's what everybody saw.
Okay, because
I thought that was just you flavoring it because she had
No, that's
made
when
the
she does
comment that she
wormhole.
doesn't-
Yeah, but wormhole is a different thing than her teleport. Her teleport's a very personal thing. This
Okay,
is a.
so that would have changed some of my actions and
Sorry.
words. But okay.
Okay,
Good
I've
talk.
got two.
You had a headache.
I have two different options
We don't.
of telekinesis I could use.
An acorn hit your head.
Do I
Just
need-
two
one?
I don't know
forms
if
of
you're reading,
telekinesis.
reading the stuff that I'm reading because I could do the telekinetic hostile lift where I'm lifting them and holding them up in the air and they can't run
That's
away.
probably the one you're going to do because it's an unwilling
Right.
target.
Okay, because that's what I said, or it was the other one where. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and it will hold.
The target is allowed an agility or might reaction to negate the effect.
Right.
Here we
So
go.
that would be. Hold on, I don't roll it yet because I got to set the DC because I got to look at her.
And then if I am successful, it'll remain floating as long as I'm concentrating on the fox.
Mm-hmm. All right, trigger that because that's so you can go ahead and do the essence will drop off of that, and that's going to be a 12 plus your. Okay. All right, agility check. Gotcha. I'm ready.
Agility check or reaction?
Check. It says. Yeah. Oh no, it says reaction. I'm sorry. Yeah, make sure because I think you get a little bit more with that.
I
So
think even if she not ones it, she's gonna roll higher than that.
yeah. All right,
I
so
bamf
she.
into the trees
Okay.
All right.
as high as
Then
I can get.
Lorna knows that Cattell must be nearby because she saw the wormhole earlier. So knowing that, I would have done things differently earlier. But she starts searching around and saying Cattell's name.
Can I do like an arcana check or something to connect? Like, hey, the fox can teleport. The fox
Well,
has
not
the
only
amulet.
that, but when the fox teleports, a little leaf
A little leaf stays.
like spins in
seems-
the air,
Oh,
which
well,
is
as
very
soon as we see
Cattellish.
that, we're gonna
Yes.
know was.
Or
Cedric pays
Patel is
attention.
doing it to Fox. One or the other.
Catel's sitting in the back, damping a fox into the trees, damping it back. Can I roll some sort of check for putting 2 and 2 together, or
No,
think she
at
can
the,
just
at the sign of her, at the sign of the leaf, it's like, okay, that's what. Yes, you guys know enough about. You've seen her do it before. She's done it right in front of you.
plus the shape shifting? So Cedric's gonna say.
Shapeshift is a little iffy, but now it's like maybe like, did she get turned into a fox? Is that what
Okay.
happened to her?
Wait. Do not shoot the fox. The
But
fox.
it'd be safe to say at that point, Lorna probably was
No. I
lowering
would've-
her bow because
I
now she's
would've-
drawing the same conclusions.
The fox may be Catel.
Then why is she fighting us right now? We need to get out of
She
here.
is not. Her mind may be altered by this realm.
Or
not
she
exactly
might
how
be
it works.
embarrassed.
Catel does not get embarrassed. We must find the fox.
Broody, you might not get embarrassed, but I think everybody at some time in their life gets embarrassed. Myself
Cedric has
included.
been walking back while you were talking to him, and then he sprints at the tree and jumps to grab a limb and pull himself up.
Why don't we just leave Catel's clothes somewhere and,
Because unless this wood decides to allow her to leave, she can't.
If
I
it's an
mean,
effect of the forest, that makes logical
No.
sense.
This
No?
wood.
well, I'm
The
just saying.
wildwood embraces you. If it doesn't want to release you, if she doesn't want you to be released, once you know your way out, you're stuck.
Are you kidding me? That's just crazy.
Lovely.
Why do you think I didn't want to come in? Especially with you lot.
And what's
I
that
can find
supposed
my
to
way
mean?
out. I can find my way out.
I'm just
Oh, so
wondering
you're
if
saying we're gonna-
she doesn't want to change back because she doesn't have any clothes.
I'd happily give them to her if she'd just show her face instead of acting like a loon.
So that's all I'm saying. Maybe we just leave her clothes out and walk 10 meters back and I don't know, turn around.
I put all her clothes on the ground except for her shawl. I'm not risking that.
Cedric's in a tree.
What are you doing in the tree?
He came after Catel.
He's ready to pounce.
I draw out, all of her clothes, the shawl I pull out and I keep that under my arm and then put it back in my bag, at least for now.
Okay.
So I'm not going to leave that on the ground.
Cedric's in a tree listening for a fox.
There is quiet whimpering, and if a fox could cry, it would be crying.
So you see them take Catel's clothes, put him on the ground, and then I assume everybody backs away and
Backing
I
away,
still got
I'm gonna
wind.
stick my nose into a tree, just in case, and just keep my eyes closed, but nose into a tree.
I'm going to walk over to Wynn and see if I can
Yeah, 'cause I'm
use
petting
anything
Wynn.
to rouse her enough where she can help us get out of here.
she could use some healing, I'm sure.
Which one? There's 3 that you have given me. It's not as easy as here, I heal you. I don't know, and I can't see her stats, so I don't know what I need to do. It's very frustrating.
Physical.
Okay, then I will.
All right. She comes to. She just pushed herself.
That's what I figured, but I didn't know if it needed to be something else.
And then as she kind of shakes and comes to and looks around, and then now she's looking.
Your little friend is hiding from us. We're assuming it's likely Catel.
And she nods and she's looking, and she scurries up and starts lifting her head up, looking towards the trees and the ground and
we need to get out of
everywhere.
here.
Did you
And
say
she
that you were
turns
wondering?
back to you and says, "Not without her."
Well, of course not without her. Why do you think I'm standing here? But I'd rather not come across them again.
What's Cattell doing?
She is curled up as tight as she can into the tree trunk with branches, and she's crying. She's having a panic attack.
Roll stealth, because Wynn's looking for you. And she can get up in the trees. So can Cedric. You can roll too if you would like. I assume that's what you're doing. I'm like, you jumped into a tree.
Yeah, that's why
I don't
I'm in the
pretend to
tree.
understand all of Cedric's motivations, so
I mean, technically, I'm literally a tree climber.
I feel like
so-
Cedric's the most logical.
all right. Are you rolling percent? There it is.
So
Yeah.
far,
Okay.
the only thing that's happened since anyone has seen her as a fox is she's been attacked. So,
So
That's
Cedric,
not
you do
true. Lorna tried
her
to actually reason
mind,
with her. So, okay, go
she
with
didn't want
that.
to be touched. She didn't want to be touched, and as soon as she showed resistance, it was just her youth all over again. So she is having a panic attack and crying.
Cedric, you see the fox in a tree. You also see Wynn beeline towards it because she beat her roll. Who can scurry into those limbs quickly.
Cedric can't whistle, but he's he he hisses at Wynn as as
That's even
he-
worse.
I couldn't think of a discrete sound to make.
Tweets. Like that would be better than a hiss, good sir.
No, not like that. Like as Wynn is bounding towards the fox, as he holds out a hand, looking at Wynn. What does Wynn do?
Wynn approaches you, and his motion, Cattell's motion you to come.
Cedric holds out a hand and then softly climbs closer to where Foxtel is, and pauses there, and then as quietly as he can with his raspy voice, he says,
Cattell.
She's looking at you, but she is pressed up against that trunk.
Cattell, if that is you, it is dangerous here for all of us. I am sorry that you are scared.
This voice is so much worse than Cedric's regular voice.
When jumps on board this and looks at you and says in Orin, "You don't speak it, I already know. We need to go."
Can I communicate with her at all?
She just said those words to you in Orin. You speak.
But as a fox, am I
fox.
even able to talk?
No.
Can I? She's more of a mythical creature, I'm assuming. Can I communicate my fear of them attacking me?
I mean, she certainly senses fear, but she's worried about the bigger things that are going to, like, let me roll empathy. It's
Just
not
she
easier
needs
when
some
she
kind of
has a character
certainty.
sheet.
Can I roll empathy too?
She's feeling like she needs some kind of certainty that she's not going to, like, someone's going to protect her. Otherwise, she can just stay here,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone else can leave.
I'm also going to use Reaper of Secrets. It's okay if I roll that empathy?
Yeah.
Oops.
Whoops, what?
Clicked something. It's fine.
All right, so you sense that she's afraid. It's an animal. I mean, you're just sensing fear. You do see like, does look like she's crying, which is odd for an animal, but you see that. And Wynn is communicating in a different language now because the cadence and the words sound differently to her. Wynn says to you, "It's not safe here. We have to go." They don't know.
If Lynn stops talking, Cedric says,
You are safe with us. We will protect. I am here to protect.
She's going to very slowly and hesitantly get up, take a step towards Cedric, look at Wynn, and then she's just going to burrow into his chest and curl up against Cedric.
Cedric, like, taken aback, but looks at Wynn. Tries to figure out how to get down. I guess I'm just going to do acrobatics and jump down.
Wynn leaps and glides down.
Cedric's looking.
Acrobatics.
I was only kind of. It's not that bad.
I mean, you land.
Yeah, I mean he's
Take
like,
4
this is-
vitality. Yeah, you take 4. Still a drop. And you have not. You're like just doing it nothing but pure legs, and they're not
Yeah.
juicy right now.
Nope. Just into the ground, and
Yep.
then he stands up, looks at the rest
You
of the
see
party.
Cedric land on the ground a little harder than you probably would have preferred yourselves to land.
Yeah, there's a poof of purplish puff that comes out from his legs.
I turn around at that moment of the pfft coming out and go, "Oh,
Clothes
we're
are still on
good.
the
I don't
ground.
need to have a face full of bark. Awesome."
Yeah, and the clothes are still on the ground, but he's holding the box.
Her
Cedric-
face
And Wynn is
pressed
on.
into his chest.
Lorna,
She's not
Wynn
looking at
comes
him.
to you and comes up, is like, "We need to go."
Cedric stares at the rest of the party, looks at the fox buried in his chest, looks back at the party, looks at the clothes, scoops them all up, puts them on top of the fox, and then said,
We must leave.
and starts running with the fox.
You're going the wrong way.
Turns around.
I was
runs the
gonna
other
say that.
way. Yeah,
Thought
Cedric's a big.
the amulet's what's doing it. And I'll start jogging towards the direction that I know is actually out of this godforsaken place.
Cedric follows.
All right, you move through the brush, heading in a direction, and until finally, when that was Lorna, it's like, "Follow me," and she kind of hops down, and you start doing a counterclockwise, large circuit, and after 3 times, the leaves start to turn more back to their green color, and morning is here.
Another sleepless
I
night.
make a beeline for where the fort is.
Yep.
And I scoop up Wynn. I'll hold down my arm so that Wynn can easily
Yep.
climb around.
Our dinner will be ready by the time we get there.
Right?
Actually,
Shit's
the
been-
pieces we left are probably burnt to a crisp
Yeah.
at this point.
Oh, yeah,
we did
that's
not
true.
stick the whole freaking thing on there. We only
That's
stuck
true.
pieces.
I don't even know how long we've been gone.
It
All
was
night.
nighttime when we left.
Was it
Now it is
nighttime?
morning. It
It was like dusk.
It was, yeah, it was getting dark.
Been
man.
gone for like 8 hours, 9 hours,
Gotcha.
Yep.
probably. If it's the same day
Or a year.
or year.
Yeah.
Right.
Catel's still Fox?
Till she tells me differently, yeah.
Okay, I guess Cedric
Or
has-
tries to do something differently.
Cedric, after they got out of the Wyldwood, has put her in a better carrying position. No longer so freaked out about needing to have a spare hand. And sort of just looking at the fox, looking at the surroundings, looking back down.
But you get to the fort.
I immediately moved to putting more food, more
Yeah,
meat
like-
on, because I'm
like,
assuming that meat is burnt to a crisp at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. I'm gonna start building a new fire.
But it's burned to a crisp on all sides.
What?
Yeah, just silently, I'm gonna.
Dodger's still gonna eat it.
Yeah, maybe there's some good.
And
there
he's
might be some good meat
building a
in there.
new fire.
It's charcoal at this point. It's not even food.
It's
He says
he
he'll
has
try
found
it.
worse things in dumpsters in the
Fair.
city.
I suppose
Yeah,
you,
I'll
you
start-
sift through that, you probably could find some morsels of food
I,
in there.
I, could, I
Yeah.
could
It's
scrape a
really
lot of the
deep.
charcoal off and find some,
You know,
some
like you
decent
do with
things in there.
toast.
Yeah.
But in the
It's not the
meantime,
worst dumpster
another
food
piece
he's
of meat
ever
is
had.
prepared. Yeah, in the meantime, another piece of meat is prepared. and put
I'm
on it.
working
And-
on enough for all of us and just silently.
It'll
That's it.
go and it'll nice and turn. I did good. Yay me.
And then I'm going to go down and get some of the salt that's down there to season the food. But also, I don't think we have time to cure any of this. So I'm just going to be worrying about cooking it all. And
Mhm.
I mean, my bag's fairly empty, question mark, at this point. You could just stuff it in my bag and we ignore it for a while.
I'd rather not. I'd actually appreciate eating this bit. I've got
Fair.
it covered.
Alright, cool.
So I'm gonna, yeah. Sorry. Some of it I probably salt a little extra so that it will keep a little bit longer, but it's gonna be a quick cure. It's not, and that's it. She's just ignoring everyone else, doing what she's got to do.
Dodger, did you say that character was going to be visiting us again today?
I told him to come back and ask us in a day. If he comes back and asks us, we can always say no. Because quite frankly, after walking around all night, we still haven't slept. Would not be prudent, would not be a good idea. We can always say no. Or say come back in a couple days.
At that, Lorna just cuts her eyes at Dodger, like, what the heck are you thinking? And then goes back to cooking the meat.
The conversation from the other night did not change. Just because we were up all night in the Wyldwood. Yeah?
It's only been a night, not a day, so.
Oh, he doesn't know that. He doesn't know how the Wyldwood stuff works. It could be
Neither
3
do
months
you.
from now.
That's true.
Yep.
It could be a couple of days. Well, he probably would have found us in the Wyldwood, I feel like. Who knows? I don't know.
That's him.
Catel
That's
is
him
just-
hacking that bush up. What?
I don't think so.
Didn't look like him.
Don't look like him. He doesn't have a carapace kind of situation.
I'd like to remind you all, you've seen Lorna look different quite easily. Except for Dodger and Belvin.
Yeah, he's not that smart. He rolled a 6. He's not smart enough to put 2 and 2 together.
Cool.
Sorry.
You're different. You're different.
This is strange. It's weird. No, no.
Well, everyone just sit down. We'll eat. Got meat. We're alive. Let's get some rest. We're okay. We're okay, guys.
fair.
And there's still a fox.
Yeah, is Qadan
Yeah.
gonna change?
Well, we gotta figure out.
I was
her-
gonna. Yeah, I was gonna.
But
Take
at least
Fox.
we believe she's alive. That's Cattell.
Cedric would take her someplace private.
There are 3 tents about.
And there's that office
And you
too,
can go
where the bed
Oh, in
is.
the office,
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
and
too.
the office with the bed up here on the main floor too. Over here.
When he starts to take Cattell, Lorna's going to look at Wynn and gesture her head, knowing that Cattell Fox seem to be okay with Wynn. And then she'll take out the shawl and hand it to Wynn.
Which is like a big huge thing for
No,
Wynn.
it's all folded up.
I know, so she kind of like, yeah, it's like, so she kind of like, keeps it all like with her two little, and kind of scurries with her other legs and holds it up.
She's
Yep,
done
it's like-
crazier things.
That's
yeah.
fair.
It's not, yeah, it's not hard for her, it's just big. But yeah, remember that big huge chain she had way back in Petra? She was dragging across the courtyard.
That
did
seemed like
happen.
ages ago.
Okay.
So she-
Catel's somewhere.
Brings the, yeah, so where do you go?
Into the office, I thought he said.
In the
Um,
office?
Yeah, just someplace where there's a door, I guess.
There's a door to the office. All right, so you go to the office. They're in there. Wynn scurries in there and puts the shawl up on the desk.
So he's holding her as he speaks to her. He hasn't set her down yet. Says,
Do you wish to transform back? Your clothes.
he says as he puts them on a table. The same one that I guess Wynn's sitting on.
I just look around because I'm not on the ground or anywhere.
No, he's just holding it like that.
I don't even know if I can. So I'm just gonna.
I don't know either.
I'm going to. We're in the office. I'm just gonna hop
Yeah.
down on whatever's closest, out of his arms, and I'm gonna kind of like nose him out the door.
Cedric
Scoot!
wide-eyed
It's a
nods
kitten.
and turns around and closes the door.
There we go. I thought I had something in there for this. We're gonna call it this after this. There we go. There. Probably a little big, too big, but
Is that a leech?
what?
Hmm?
Zoom in. That's a fox.
I
Where
am
is there a
zooming in.
fox?
Oh, it's the tail. Okay, it's the top
Yeah.
view of a fox.
Yeah.
It looked like I was looking at where his tail was at his head. I was like, what the heck is
I
that?
think
It does look a bit like a slug.
Right?
Oh my goodness.
Wait, where is it?
I'm not even gonna show it, so
I know.
you guys
I
aren't
apologize to viewers that
anything because
if you
it looks like-
scroll in close enough, it looks like a fox.
Yeah, you just have
It
to get
looks like-
really, really close.
really,
It
really
looks
close.
like if someone didn't know that fish lived in the water. Not that they lived in the Arctic on
It looks
land.
like a piece
Alright.
of fur that was skinned from somebody.
Right?
Yeah, that was
Alright.
fine.
there. How about that? How about that now, huh? How about that?
Wait, I need to move things around. Wait, what?
I
Oh, he deleted it.
Oh, you got rid of it. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you had tried something else.
I was
Okay.
going to, but this group is just too cruel.
Oh, we need something much
You didn't
cuter.
draw
The
that
person
fox.
who sicked a tentacle monster on us at 2nd level.
Wait,
And
we
you're
won.
standing to
I'm
tell
making-
the story.
We won.
Am I making a check?
Yes. Oh wait, before you go making a check, I gotta set the.
I'm gonna laugh my head off if I fail.
I
And
have
she
been there!
changed back.
I
Change
almost
back.
want
Lorna
to,
did
but-
mention the medallion. Could be
Yeah.
connected.
Yeah,
She said it
and
out loud.
Cattell is thinking the same thing, that she wants to try a couple things to just check and see.
All right, let's do that. Arete. Check.
And it's just a check, it's not a reaction.
No.
Right? Okay.
cannot seem to
Well,
like.
you have been
No.
foxified.
I'm going to take the necklace off, the amulet, and I'm going to try again and see if that's the reason why I'm having such a hard time.
Is Wynn still in there with you, or did you shoo Wynn out?
I didn't shoo Wynn out.
Okay.
If she
Well,
left, she
that way you-
left, but she didn't like
No,
walk
she
her
would
way to get
have.
rid
She
of
would
her.
have stayed. I just can't move her.
There she's in there now.
So do I have to try? Do I have to do another check, or can I just do it?
You have to do another check.
Okay, let's see.
Well, it's better.
Like, I mean, it's not like you're like well practiced at this, but yeah, it's like you're whatever, like you're flexing this muscle. No, like nothing's happening.
I look at Wynn like,
Any pointers?
Actually, she.
you're gonna just
Yeah,
shrug.
she might be able to
Help.
give you. Yeah, she might be able to help me check.
Could I feel if the amulet was helping or impeding my attempts? Since I've done it with it and without it at this point.
What was that?
Can I tell if the amulet was trying to help or impede since I've
It
done
wasn't,
it with it
yeah.
and without? It didn't
Not-
matter.
It wasn't
didn't-
doing either in this endeavor.
Okay.
With
Sent you a
when,
message.
yes. Try again with advantage.
Okay, so does that mean I just click it twice? Or do a... Okay. Because I mean, let's see what happens. Okay.
Fail. Like, all right. And you know what? You're just a fox from now on.
Hey!
There you
Hey,
go.
roll again just to see if you get that 20.
No. Okay.
No,
No.
So you
it's
gotta-
still good.
all right.
But,
So
you
good.
know, it happens. It's good.
So you are able to suddenly you're looking, your hands are back, feet are there, you're higher from the ground.
She's just
You're
gonna
also
sit down
naked.
For a second. Yeah. Just gonna sit down for a second. Kind of look at the amulet, just put it back on because that didn't seem to have any effect on that.
It is warm.
Can I kind of just like dive into this warmth feeling and try and like figure out because it was cold, now it's warm. Can I get any kind of like any sense on what these different temperatures are meaning? Was it warm when we left the wild, or was it that way when I transformed back? Like,
It
do I notice
was
these?
warm when you changed before.
When I changed before?
When you
So-
accidentally,
Mm-hmm.
it was warm.
So it doesn't seem to matter in what shape I'm in it to cause the warmth.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Can I try and like I said, just dive in and try to get a sense of what that warmth might mean?
Because all things are possible, although it is darn near difficult, but you have certainly whipped out rolls on me before that made things happen. So you can make an intuition check.
Okay. No, I don't think that'll make it. Okay. I'm gonna
You're
get
gonna need
dressed.
some help on this one. You need
Yeah.
somebody who knows about such things.
Which nobody in our party has seemed to show any
Like, what
Interesting
such thing?
knowledge
What
of.
such thing?
They might now.
So I'm gonna get dressed
Okay.
and I'm gonna then sit down in the chair and look at Wynn. And in you said it's Orem, right?
Hmm?
Is it Orem, the language she was speaking?
Orin, yeah.
Orin.
Orin. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask her, what do I tell them? They can't know that was me. The last time anyone found out, I had to leave home. What do I tell them?
She ponders it for a moment.
I was never even able to go this far.
You should tell them the truth.
When my village saw my ears and tail, they took one of the kit of the Fox family my father cared for, broke its neck, and hung it in front of our door with a note that said, "Your daughter is next."
I don't think that's going to happen, but if it were other than Lorna, I would kill them all.
You sound like my win.
But I don't think they would do that. Maybe Cedric, but not Lexi.
I don't know.
Although you certainly feel like she's got a little grudge against Cedric.
Yeah.
So there's not much
little,
behind that.
So far, Cedric's the only one who's promised not to. And I'm gonna offer Win my arm.
All right. She hops up.
And I will go back to the group.
Cedric is standing outside the door, leaning against the side of the wall.
Lorna's sitting over one of these crates.
The one you're pinging?
Yeah. Well, I tried to move myself, but it wouldn't. let me.
Yeah, not my turn.
Yep. Okay. So
I'm
Cattell is-
because I know Cattell will be hungry.
I will say she has left all the food to everyone else. She has not touched any of it. It's there. It's roasting. She's prepped it. She's prepped the next batch, but it's over there for everybody else. She doesn't have any, and she's not going to.
So when you open the door, kind of head out, she hops off, heads over to Lorna, starts jibber jabbering to her in their favorite little language. Leaves the floor for you to make your decision.
Sorry. I did not see that going that way. And when I realized where I was, I didn't actually think it would matter because I didn't think you'd come after me.
Why would you think we wouldn't come after you? Of course we would come after you.
I've never had anyone, the people in my life have all put up a front of friendship, but when it came down to the actual question, the only one who's ever been loyal to me is my father. So I figured if I was stuck there the way I was, then it just wouldn't matter anymore.
Well, we would have missed you. Come eat. Come eat.
Do you think we
Meat.
really care
We
that
have
you could turn
meat.
into a fox? I mean, Dodger's a bird. Well, we don't care
Yeah.
about that.
I'm half bird, half fire Ifrit. Like, I'm a bastard.
Yeah, why would
I've
we
got
care?
no talent to stand on in judgment.
And I'm holding up a big chunk of meat. Come on, come eat.
Right. Turn into the fox, yeah. Okay. Just leave that there. I will go over and I will accept the meat, and I'm just gonna say anything.
To be honest, I think it's pretty cool that you can do that.
Me too.
That's actually the first time it's ever happened.
That's awesome.
That's neat.
That's really cool. Like, and did you feel freer in that form? Did you feel happier? Did you feel scared? Like, obviously, at the end, you probably felt very scared when we were all big and scary. Like,
I wasn't really. I was nervous at first when I found you all, or when you came upon me. Just because of certain things. But I wasn't really scared until you were all trying to grab me. So.
all right. Well, for future reference, no touch in that form.
I
No
just
touch?
didn't know what your intentions were. Back
Yeah.
home, before my father had a love for foxes, they're considered nuisances where I'm from. So, you know, getting into the chicken coop and that sort of thing. We didn't really have anything for them to get into, so when he decided he was going to take care of a family of them, it didn't really matter. Others didn't feel that way. So.
Sorry to hear about that.
Well,
I really am.
But, not going to lie, the idea of not having to worry about my past was nice. It was kind of fun.
Yeah.
I didn't eat those eggs, though.
Eat eggs? I mean, I was going to say something completely different, but besides that, eat eggs? You were going to eat eggs in the Wyldwood?
I was thinking about it. There was a nest that had eggs, and I couldn't decide if I wanted to taste them and see what they tasted like, or if I should just leave it alone because of where I was. Yeah, I mean, I almost ate some of that sludge that came off of the attack thing with that creature, but I decided magic, it's probably not a good idea. I will almost eat anything at least once. Almost.
I mean, same.
Absolutely.
So, but, I guess, thank you for coming after me.
Yeah. Of course.
I'm sorry I caused trouble, though.
Well, we were not gonna leave you. I hate that you thought that we would not go find you.
Like I said,
Come on, we've been together for so long. Cattell, I consider you family.
I was with my best friend for 10 years, and I found out that he actually never liked me. So, time is irrelevant. It's the actions and what people say.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I hope these actions speak louder than words. And to be honest, and Daughter's gonna turn and point over towards where Lorna is sitting. I'm assuming away from everyone else.
She's talking to Wynn. She's listening, but she's kind of also, they're having a whispered conversation in their own language.
Fair. But to where Lorna and Wynn are, we would not have been able to, one, find you, or be able to do what we did last night without those two.
I know.
Like, they were amazing. Like, fire and ashes. They were amazing.
And we just supported.
Well, to be honest, when it came to that battle, with that creature, Alorna, I'm gonna call over to her because I'm not quite I'm not comfortable in like approaching when they're having a whispered conversation. Sorry for interrupting. But you thanked us for helping when, before we all scattered, when everything happened, I wanted to thank you for having our back. And now I have to thank you for coming after me. I'm sorry I caused trouble. It wasn't my intention.
Lorna's gonna, the end of Lorna and Wynn's conversation right before Cattell interrupts. She's gonna say, see, words mean very little here. It's not like home. And then she's gonna jump off the box. And she's going to walk over to Cattell and the rest. I assume they're all, is Cedric there as well?
He's a little bit back as usual, but he's a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Seems something like that.
And she will set her bow and then quiver, her sword, and first the wooden dagger, and then the other dagger she carries on each stacked on top of each. And to each of them, I give you my word. No harm. And to Cattell, she will repeat it in Orin. And then she will walk back over and sit back down. And look at Wynn and nod.
Apparently was
tell
having
that?
a meowing fit. I don't know.
Sorry.
Can I tell that Wynn just told her everything that I told Wynn?
No.
I can't pick that up from any of that. No insights.
Half their conversation is in
And their little
is
gibberish that we
telepathic.
don't
It's in half gibberish, half
understand.
telepathic.
And to be honest, for all you know, Wynn could have been just as cryptic in the retelling. Just period of holding confidence.
Cattell's gonna assume that Wynn tells Lorna everything,
I
and
would
that her
assume the
secret
same, too.
is not a secret to Lorna.
Y'all should definitely read up on the Fae. I mean, technically,
Fae
you kind
are
of Cattell
crazy.
just told the group quite a bit of information anyway. So, but she leaves her weapons there and just goes back and sits down.
All I have to say is I do not want to go into the Wyldwoods ever again. So if your friend Flix shows up, I'm saying, Phil, no, we're not going.
They're not always like that. Not all of them.
I mean, Ash and Stone, I'd tell him to go kick rocks, to be honest, right now. He can go kick rocks.
I think if we ever go back, it should be under Lorna's discretion.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Agreed.
All right.
From his boxes, Cedric says,
Better to never return.
What
I do
he
have to
says.
return
Going to
at
leave?
some point. Not there, but one of them.
There's
Nicer.
more than one.
How many are there?
Don't actually know. Sort of know, but doesn't mean that there couldn't be more. And I'll pull Wind into my lap if she'll let me. Just kind of take my cue from her a little bit more. It's my hand with all the tattoos of two mingled styles resting just on her back.
The one you're from, what's it like?
Is it friendlier?
think that's probably a matter of who's there.
Are you from a different court? Well, that was what, the autumn court, right?
Or are you not actually from there at all and just know it very well?
I'll glance down at Wynn. I'm not from the court, but I'm of the court. Sort of. Not really. Sort of. I was sent by the court. Not the autumn court, but another one. To do a task. But that's not where I'm from, necessarily.
So I'm going to assume, since there's an autumn court, there's a one for every season. Which season do you belong? Or are you from, or affiliated with?
Cedric's leaning forward. I'm staring at Lorna.
What you would call the summer court.
Mm.
And so
I bet it
how's
smells nice there.
so how's summer different from autumn? Is it different?
In autumn, things die out, or they begin to. The leaves begin to fall.
Well, I mean, but like, is it different powers? I mean, those things back
suppose.
there looked like they walked around like bugs. Do you have bug things too? They had the weird
never
bug
seen.
arms.
I've never seen their type,
Or do
so I
they?
suppose not. But that doesn't mean they don't. They can take many shapes.
But
I
you
didn't
take a
even know.
different shape as well.
Me?
You have multiple shapes.
No. I'm
Well,
just
then
me.
I'm going to pull out my journal that I had sketched her wings in.
Yeah, so you had.
And I'm going to come over. I'm going to scooch maybe a little too close because I'm a little excited. And I'm going to show her.
The other
Being
day.
very aware of how she's reacted to touch in the past.
Yeah.
Lorna is even more uncomfortable at that point.
No, she's not touching her, but she's scooting close enough. When you told them to stop, or enough is what you said, you had these.
Wings. You had wings.
I thought you were a fairy princess. Maybe not a princess, but a fairy?
Are you Faye?
Am I? Faye? No,
Why do you have wings?
I don't. What
I don't see them now, but you had them.
It's not possible. I
But we saw
was scared. I was afraid that they were going to take Bellamy and that we would never find Wynn. And if we did, they'd make me go to do it on my own as some form of a trial and keep you all away. I held the dagger and I cried out. I just was hoping that maybe she'd listen and she'd come and help, or send someone to help.
Who?
And then
you have
everything went
more-
quiet.
Or you have
Well-
more abilities that meets the eye. That might have been gifted to you.
Or maybe it was the dagger, like a power that the dagger has.
Might have activated something that was already deep within you.
Well, it certainly
Wait, I'll
does.
tell you, I'm not Faye.
Does things.
I didn't say that. I'm saying you might have some extra ability.
If you are of the court, maybe that's...
A gift.
Yeah. I mean,
The green lady shouldn't.
Well, when you cut with it, things grow. It
She
makes
realizes
me
she just said a name.
it makes me explode
Yeah, Wynn's looking at you.
power.
I'm gonna
out of me.
turn to Lexi. Lexi, this is really good. The food.
Patrick's continuing to stare at you, Lorna.
I am getting the vibe that Lorna's is uncomfortable, so I'm trying really hard to switch the subject.
Yeah, Bella's sort of doing this calculating thing too. Probably similar to Cedric, just less intense.
I
From
can
where
make
he's sitting,
oatmeal.
looking at Lorna.
Maybe oatmeal. That sounds really nice for breakfast.
I mean, it is morning, but I do really, really am enjoying this meat so much more.
You're
Especially
saying
after the
you're not
long night that
Fae,
we had.
but
It's
you're
quite
from
tasty, all the seasonings.
Summer Court. How can you be from the Summer Court and not Fae?
She said of, not from.
Well, she
It's-
said from, and then sort of, and then of. I mean,
Well,
what does that
there's-
mean?
I'm not of the Isle of Swords or from there, but I am because of my affiliation with a group. Just because you have lived somewhere for a time or have been trained or worked with a group of people, it can be complicated.
Sure. Well, so what does that mean to you, Lorna? When you say you're of the court, does that mean you spent some time there, or you grew up there?
No, I spent time there. I don't know how long. I left home. I ran away. I was a coward. I didn't want to stay there any longer. And she's clenching her jaw as she's speaking.
Just
I
ask.
couldn't
I hit
stay.
Dodger because I could tell you when I ask questions. Just ask really quick and just get it done with.
Nah, I think I'll sit on it. It's fine.
I couldn't stay. I couldn't see them. And so I left. Each day, a little longer. Until I just didn't come back. I felt like there was something in the woods that called. And then And the wind was there. And I was gone. And I don't think they ever thought to look for me. So, no. I'm not Faye.
Chandlaning.
Gesundheit.
Look down at Wynn. That one. What the crud?
Does Wynn speak Boreal? Is that how she knows what I'm saying? Okay, she's just guessing.
Oh, she knew that word, whatever it was.
Yeah. He said changeling in his native tongue.
Wait, in what language?
Whatever
don't
his
know.
native tongue is.
Okay.
Did you
Oh,
also
I
don't
did
know
you
that.
then
Nobody else
translate
speaks
it
I know
for
quite
me
a few,
so
but I
I
don't
know?
think I know that one. Okay.
Did you then translate it for me so I know what you said?
No.
This is extra information that we as the players are privy to, but he
Got
hasn't
it.
Oh,
explained it to our characters.
Gotcha.
I guess.
Yes,
That's how I'm interpreting this.
Okay.
I agree.
Well, I guess since we're talking about where everyone is from, where is everyone from? I mean, you say you're of the court, but it sounds like that's not what you associate home with.
I don't have a home. Home is wherever Wynn is, I suppose.
All right. Your origins. The place you first walked.
Is that for everyone or just for her?
Everyone. I'm curious. For everyone.
Lauren has shared a lot at this point, so she is highly uncomfortable.
I'm gonna be nice.
She's gonna be
I'll be
glancing
nice. I'm
around.
gonna jump
Yeah.
in. Well, I'm originally from Qadan.
What's that?
Where's that?
That near Petra?
No.
Everybody has heard Qadan is the city of
Qadan.
wands.
Okay, sorry, I said it wrong. Not
Yeah,
Qadan.
Qadan is
City
the
of
city
what?
of wands. City of wands.
City of Wands.
It is,
Oh, the magical one.
yes, bordering on fire.
And I point to my
long are-
back. That's
Uh,
how I've got the
is-
stone in my back.
Is that where all of your... You said that you only remember that one place before you came to Petra?
That's where I was before Petra. And that's where Atrix and I...
Found you.
Well, Atrix didn't find me.
You found him?
I ended up working with him. And he kind of mentored me and became father-like. So,
Mm.
I was small. I could get into places. But while I was there, I remember growing up there. I don't know where I was born, but... Hence why I can teach you how to speak the language that you're wanting to learn.
True.
Which is why I thought you were free. Because they were around there.
Well, I'm almost 90% certain that I am part of Free. But we've got very similar beginnings. I never knew my parents in Petra. I don't remember anything back before 5 years old. But Granddad, one of the street urchin kings, if you will, one of the older guys, took us in, and of the other street kids, had us go off and do our jobs because we were small and could fit into certain parts of the sewers that nobody else could, and go find coin that fell into the grates and stuff, and go listen in on conversations, and that's how I got my start. But yeah, I'm almost positive that I'm a bastard of an Efreet and an Aarakocra. But that's about all I really know of my beginnings. I've always been in Petra until I left just recently.
Belny, where do you come from?
Well, if you could guess, I hail from the wastes. Pretty barren land for the most part. The folks I traveled with were nomadic, but I grew up with those folks, and we traveled from town to town. But I left them once I came of age, and I've sort of been roaming around by my lonesome ever since. Then I got scooped up by those thugs, and that's sort of where you found me, tied up to a chair.
I'm thankful for that. I think you're great, Belmy.
Thank
Same.
you. And I feel like I found some friends here, so I'm thankful that you guys have taken me on.
What
But-
did you do as a nomad? Just wander?
Well, yeah, I mean, I spent much of my time just traveling from place to place, taking refuge where I could. I more or less aimless, if I'm being honest. But now I'm here, and it seems like I have some purpose, so I'll travel with you folks. I suppose I should chat a little bit about my friend. This is Ramil.
Could tell leans a little.
Boy.
he's like a spirit, and he's bound to me, and so he provides me with powers, and I provide him with, I guess, entertainment. I'm not really sure what he's getting out of the deal.
The joy of your company. Come on now.
Could be. But anyway, he's my friend, and that's me.
I look at Cedric. Like, are you next?
Cedric uncrosses and recrosses his arms.
We're not sharing secrets or anything, unless anyone wants to share, but where do you come from?
Cedric rolls his shoulders, looks aside a little bit, looks back at you.
I do not know.
You don't have a memory of where you come from?
I know that I am Cedric of Bergland.
Bergland. Do we know
Yeah,
Bergland?
do we know Bergland?
I'll save you the trouble of a roll and say no.
Okay.
Oh, we don't know. Okay.
Is that a city or a...
Yeah, that's what I was like. City, maybe?
Daily foreign to all of you.
Okay.
Is it even on this plane?
I do not remember. But there is ice and wind and snow. I do not think I am from this plane.
And what are you, some kind of monster hunter, or?
Yes.
And do you protect?
Yes.
He looks at you, could tell.
Okay, I just have one question for a couple. You all know what my accord was with Fisk. Why did you guys enter into accords with them? I know Cattell was just to protect
Just
us.
look after the crew.
Yeah. And Felmy,
I
you
refuse to help
refused.
Mr. Fisk.
And we know your story, Dodger.
Yep.
But,
Yep.
I mean, it's becoming very clear that he's a very bad man.
Can someone clear that up for me? Because, well, apart from kidnapping me, which I'm assuming he had a hand in, what has he done that's, makes him a bad man?
Well, let's just say he talks out of both sides of his mouth. He makes deals on one side that are strictly legal accords that always end up in his own favor, while also doing other underlying shady deals in other things to, protect his own, but also very much not, what's the right word? It's real shady. It's real shady.
I don't know if any of us have anything specific. It's just we keep running into things that are uncomfortable.
Yeah, he's got his hands on a lot of pies.
Well, I mean,
And some of them are
people
not
to
very
die.
good pies.
but
Shouldn't that be enough?
what was that? I missed. But sorry.
He left people to die. Shouldn't that be enough?
Yeah, it's kind of his modus operandi. That was a really big word. I'm surprised I knew that one.
Well, I know why I entered the Accord. I know why Catel's entered an Accord.
Well, I think there's
No.
a difference between why you enter the Accord and what your Accord is.
Right. I
Aye.
was like, because the Accord
I
is
was
going to
running
go
away.
into effect if we don't return. We don't do our. We still have not gotten to TTRPG. We've still not gone to. This is all part of us working with Fisk. I can't break my Accord. What are your Accords that?
Where are you from? I look at Qadan.
Anemos. There's a village. What's the name of the village, GM? I can't think of it.
Pretty sure it's on your character sheet, but
It might be, it might not be.
yeah, it may not be down there.
Thought I gave you
anymore,
enough
'cause
time.
it bumped off. Air you, Sean.
She was just hoping nobody was going to ask her.
It's Air you, Sean.
No, that's
Air-
mine.
Exactly.
It's we lived outside of a village called Eryushan. A ranch outside. I didn't actually live in it, but we were there frequently enough for there to be trouble with the villagers and myself.
When
I
was
should have
it?
left.
When was this?
I left around. It was my 16th birthday. Or about 10 years ago. We were attacked on my 16th birthday. My father and I had gone into town to get supplies for a cake. That's when they found out what I could do. It's a little complicated.
Ash and Embers, that is one terrible way to celebrate a birthday.
Especially your coming of age.
Yeah.
Does this story sound familiar at all to me?
Good question.
It's a great question, and it's a question we're going to find out next time.
Come on!
I've been waiting for like 20
just
something
play
sessions for that
tomorrow.
little thing to get that thing to get dropped.
Well,
I didn't
especially
get my
since
fish
Laura and I
answered.
joked about it and then it didn't happen. So we were like, all right, whatever. We know we're from the same general area, but that's about
Oh
it.
no. Steve told me, so I knew.
Oh,
Oh, that's
There's
great.
just never an opportunity to talk about it.
See, and I want to know what Lorna's Accord is, and I want to know what Cedric's Accord is.
Let's just play tomorrow, you.
Secrets, part 2.
Come on.
Secrets.
It's only
Yeah,
11:30.
some of the chat is not happy with us ending on this note.
Sorry,
I
Locke,
agree.
hate the
Well,
DM.
thank you to all of you who stuck with us from the raid.
Yes.
We appreciate
Yeah,
it. Please
Indeed.
come back.
Awesome. Thank you.
Please come back. There will be more good roleplay stuffs next week.
We're not begging
Absolutely.
you to come back, but we're begging you to come
Oh,
back.
we're totally begging you to come back.
I was not begging. I was
Share that
enticing with
adventure.
more excellent roleplay, as you had just seen for the last 20 minutes.
I just wish I had
Enticing.
reacted
It's
out
different.
of character to that. And I was like, wait, is he looking at mine on accident? Oops.
Nope.
That was funny.
Nope.
That was pretty funny. We were like,
That
no,
was
that's
great.
mine.
Well,
Like,
had
No,
it
that's
been,
not
had
right.
it been
No, it's
more
not.
saying it as Cattell, I would have been okay. Wait, but
Yay,
because of
connection.
you, I thought, oh, did he open up my character sheet? Because there's been a few times where people have mixed names up. I was like, did
That's
he open my
true.
character sheet on accident? And I was like, no. Wait, what?
I could have just asked you, Lorna, where are you from?
that's the place. Yeah.
Because I did know that. I did know that.
That was such a
That-
cool moment. Wait, that's where I'm from. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So good.
So good. I can't
I'm
wait.
taking a wild guess that this happened at a different time. I don't know.
I
We'll
don't.
find
Catel's
out.
fuzzy on the memory of it.
We'll find out.
Time is a weird soup.
That's kind of a
It's also
big
not
thing.
been keeping track. She doesn't know how long she's been gone from home, honestly.
Oh, well. You have no idea.
So
Oh, wow.
we pick up here next week on Monday at
Ugh.
7:30 Central Time, 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern.
Cover all the time
Because
zones.
we're all the time zones here.
We got them all covered. And we'll pick up more on that space. What else is going on at Lakeside Legendz?
There might be a second half to the Halloween one shot. We are trying to schedule that
Yeah.
because it was a lot of fun and we had a lot of people who wanted more of that. So make sure that our website is in the chat. Follow us on our socials so you can get the announcements. Follow us here on Twitch. Subscribe. There's a donation button on the bottom that helps us keep our website up so it has all the VODs from YouTube and all those other fun things. Our Discord is also open, so come hang out with us and talk about fantasy nerdy stuff or just nerdy stuff in general. I do a lot of Lord of the Rings memes because that is my thing.
Fair
So-
enough.
Yeah.
You don't hear any of us complaining.
Nope.
So,
Wait, I think we had like 3 or 4 times that we brought up Lord of the Rings tonight.
and it wasn't even in only this session, it was last session
Oh,
too.
Yep. Yeah, it was.
Yep.
It's because it lives rent free in all of our brains. Now,
That's fair.
Lore, out of question, are all of the VODs up to date on
They
the
are.
YouTubes?
Misfits campaign, which has ended,
woo.
is all there. Some of ours are actually up on Spotify as podcasts for the Misfits. We're still trying to finish that. We have all of our one shots, holiday or otherwise. Some of them are hilarious. If you just want a good laugh, maybe go watch the cosplay one.
The cosplay one.
That was hilarious.
Ooh.
The Cosplay Heroes was a special one shot we did with one of our part-time DMs, and it was awesome.
That was very entertaining.
And then, of course, all of the Ætherealms VODs are up to date. In fact, our last session should have gone live midnight this morning on Monday. So,
Fantastic.
Excellent. So thank you, everybody. This was a very, very. Honestly, I had something planned, and we didn't even touch it. Didn't even touch it.
wait, we told you we wanted some downtime.
We wanted some downtime. We wanted
that was mine.
like
I was just like,
mountain
I had-
spas.
I had something towards the latter part in case things just kind of started falling. Like it looks like all the conversations had played out. I was like, I got me a plan.
Fairy trail, and there's a curiosity to her because of her little fox thing.
Yeah,
she just
no,
had a
we
heart.
need to
She
have
just
a
couldn't.
major
And you
discussion
say,
about
"I'm the one
that.
that
and your
caused
fascination with the
trouble."
Fae. That's all I gotta
Yep.
say.
Yep,
She
there's
does.
going to be a lot more talking next session because you know what? We have been due for a lot more talking.
Yes, we have. We've had.
One of my favorite.
It's due.
I thought you were a fairy princess. Well, maybe not a princess.
What were you?
I just imagine Wynn going and just starting to die laughing.
I just imagine like Wynn is doing basically what the squirrel in Enchanted, just dying of laughing on the coffee table. Like straight up same thing.
Totally.
It's very possible
Totally.
at that
Nah,
comment.
Catel's probably seen nobility, and Lorna doesn't really act like them, so that's why she took that off of her mental table. But she doesn't
Definitely.
know.
Fair.
All right. Well, we will pick this back up next Monday. Until that time, we hope to see you all again here down by the lakeside. All right, everybody.
Night.